Let's go! Testing, 1, 2, test. How do we sound right now? I think we sound pretty good. Just doing a little audio test here. Don't mind me. Going to get started in a few minutes. Not quite 7:45 PDT as of yet. But soon. Soon the bracket will start. More audio testing underway here.
1, 2, 1, 2. Dual audio test. Yep.
Dual audio testing. We're doing a couple guys yapping at the same time.
Yeah, we're doing it at the same time.
It's kind of. We're staggering technically. This isn't really as dual as it is parallel maybe.
I mean, we can do it at the same time, too.
You could if you just talk while I'm talking. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to come in. You're not saying anything.
Test. I'm talking. I'm listening, too.
You're listening? It's tough. I can't do two things at once. You know that. You're more than familiar with that.
I think this is good.
I think it's good. All right. We'll be right back. Folks, thanks for tuning in to another Salon Series Weekly. My name is Red as usual. I will be your host here this evening as we run through the bracket once again as we do every Friday. $175 on the line. The payout is top three. $100 for first place, $50 for second place, $25 for third place. I believe Jake Ryan is going to be joining me on the mic here very soon. Until then, we're going to take a look at the bracket on my left here. Stage left. I don't quite, know how that goes. And I like to look at the buys first, and winners round two here. So we see Danny, of course, needs no introduction, followed by Schnois. Happy birthday to Schnois. It is his birthday today. We'll put his business out there. Biscuit right above me here getting ready for his match. Interested to see who he'll be playing. We'll find that lower on the bracket. The next buy is going to be Dylan. Welcome back, Dylan. He had some additional responsibilities to handle in his personal life, and now he's kind of reached hopefully the the downhill segment of that, so he's been spending a little bit more time back at the Salon. Happy to see him as a really strong performer here when he enters the bracket, so it's exciting to see a heavy hitter return home. That's what we want to see. And finally, Jake Ryan himself, their third seed, also has a bye. And Jake Ryan, I think he's been doing pretty well so far. He had kind of a little bit of a slump at some points. It's kind of the ebb and flow of improvement, but now he's been looking pretty good. So looking to see what his performance is like tonight. And let's take a look at the pods down here. We see Biscuit fighting against ATG Rugs. Don't know who that is. I think they're Submasters, so that's going to be a fast one. Tommy versus Fox, actually, probably. It looks like that's what PL's setting up on the setup right there. Tommy, we're just waiting for him to sit the fuck down. And then we're going to start that match. Let me get that set up. Actually, happy for you all to tune in. Here's Mr. Jake Ryan jumping into the booth.
Buddy, howdy, gamers. We are back in action here at the Salon, and round one is off to the races. Damn, you gave me Tommy or Fox?
Yeah, this is actually their potential for upset. I think this is our first.
Yeah, it's gonna be our first probably stream match. Fox is sitting there waiting for Tommy.
We're waiting for Tommy. Don't know where the fuck Tommy is.
We just traded bathroom spots. I know that. So he might.
Oh, you did. Oh, so you know exactly where Tommy is.
He might be ripping a fat drag outside.
A fat drag, dude. He better not be.
I don't know.
Better be ripping a fat one inside. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit. That's the smell of the game. That's
God.
crazy. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching once again. If you haven't already, please tell your friends to tune in to the Salon. It is the place to be every single Friday and some Saturdays once a quarter here in the Pacific Northwest. If you enjoy the highest level of Street Fighter, you're not going to get it anywhere else.
Tuesdays as well. We have some casuals.
That's true. That's true. I'm on daddy hours, man. I'm like, I don't know what any other day except Friday.
Daddy hours is tough, dude. Daddy hours is I don't envy you, but at the same time, I'm sure it's wonderful.
Oh, yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
He loves, like, he gets to watch a little bit of Street Fighter here and there.
There's Tommy Fox. Is like, bro, finally, PL entering the commentary room looking a bit belabored.
Yeah,
in fact.
Yeah, he's trying to put more of the Salon regulars in body bags. I was
Fox.
I was shook when I was in San Francisco. I had gone through rehearsal. I had dinner. I pulled up the Salon stream in my hotel room, and I looked at the bracket update, and I saw that Fox was able to take down Schnoiz.
Oh, it's true, yeah, Fox.
It happened. I was like, whoa.
That's a pretty good character, but he's also been putting time in with the character. He's finding the fundamentals that he needs, the flow that he has to have in game to make the game plan work, and then now we're going to start to see him focus in on the smaller parts of the game.
The minutia.
Exactly. He's kind of lay parry fiend, stuff like that. So we need to see him add some more layers to his game, as admitted himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe a little bit transparent.
When somebody's able to figure out exactly which layer or mode he's on, it starts to fall apart pretty quick. But I would say there's similar happening for Tommy from time to time. But he's not going to be playing the Blanca that we are usually used to.
That's right.
Whipping out the Chun.
Whipping it out. I actually played against him the other night where he brought the Chun out. It's decent. It's not really that thoroughly practiced and investigated, but he's played Chun in Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4. He has the basic understanding.
The fundamentals are there.
Exactly.
Right? He's got his.
He knows what the character is.
He's got Kikoken. He's got anti-air.
He's got thighs.
He's got everything he needs.
Big legs. That's part of the character.
Oh.
Nice bait. Saw a little shimmy, a little forward movement there too. So Tommy looking good. No, see, there's the lack of knowledge though. He's just kind of piecing together these conversions. That was a big punish opportunity.
And it was pretty expensive too to go for that conversion too. And that's where you see like once you start to get a little bit better on Chun, you have those meterless conversions, which make it a lot easier to preserve your drive gauge. Oh, the tap parry excellently punished. Now Fox in a pretty dominant position. About to force Tommy into burnout. He will have that level 1 to defend with, and he burns himself out.
Reversal.
You gotta be so careful. And he reacts excellently. He knew that he had the defense in the pocket, but now you got no level 1, and you spent 1 meter to lose the round. As long as Fox can close this out. Yeah, he just has to level 1.
And that's where the gap is in Tommy's Chun, and this is where the upset potential is. For a player like Fox, who maybe normally wouldn't beat Tom, put some respect on Tommy's name, but Fox has been doing better. If Tommy's not as practiced with Chun as he needs to be, that's where Fox is going to find his name. We saw that with the lack of the big punish on the EXTP. It's coming back to bite him now.
And the thing is, you saw that he already had a pretty good start. Tommy utilizing I would say the floaty jump of Chun excellently, because Fox was a little hesitant on the anti-airs. Normally he's very on point with the anti-air game, so seeing that hesitation is kind of rare. I mean, that you got to give Fox credit. Those anti-jump-in strats are working out.
No, he's been improving pretty steadily. Ooh! Nice shimmy there. And then trying to start a little throw loop. Tommy aborts it.
Didn't have the right counter hit confirm. The spacing just wasn't there, so I really like that from Fox. Now you're the one under duress. You need to keep this pressure onto Tommy. If you force the burnout, then you can whittle away on the resources. All these counter hits leaving so much on the table, but Tommy not reacting to the DI. I think I would like to see him go to LeBlanc. I think he might just stay on the Chun.
I think he's going to stay on the Chun.
Select.
No, he's moving. Good on him.
That was a frame 1 character select. I agree, sir. Thank you for serving up the appetizers. We're on the main course now. The purple Blanco is on display here.
Sparing Fox the big idiot costumes. I appreciate that, Tommy.
Nah, dude, show me the
show me
the gerbil looking ass
No,
Blanco.
I agree. All the more satisfying when you're beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, you look like a puppet and you're just pulling the strings. You're not allowed to drive reversal there because of Blanca-chan. And now Fox is evaporating. It just feels like riding a bike. He's like, man, this feels pretty good.
He's back.
Why was I playing this otherwise?
No clue.
He probably just wanted to feel it out. I mean,
you have to.
That's he might pay for it, right?
And then kudos to Fox for pushing past Tommy's Chun. I mean, him forcing the switch is no small feat for where he's at in his gameplay. So that's good on him. He's got a game. I mean, he could close this out here.
Ooh, nah, but yeah, it was a safe jump.
Side
It's a
switch.
big punish counter. Yeah, it gets the side switch. And I like the hold parry there, but Tommy, not recognizing in time to throw a little bit of a walk under from Fox plays, reestablishes this position. But Fox is, he can't take too many more trades.
Close the corner.
Oh!
Finds the throw. That's going to be it.
Yeah, he found the rhythm of the tap parries. Fox has been really relying on the parry to try to evade these situations. We haven't really seen a lot of throw techs, and Tommy has finally been able to sniff that out. So I expect this to really run away from Fox, because now he's one guess away from losing this game.
Low gauge. If Tommy goes into burnout here and Fox can turn it around.
Yeah, we got Blanca-chan. What's the setup? He runs right on off.
Bar on this offense, though.
And he got so much drive gauge back, too. He baited the DP. Oh, jump back
slipping
ball.
away here. Fox has to find a gap now.
That tap parry is meant.
There it is.
Yep, this is where it can all start. You have the CA on deck. You're likely going to look for the green combo, but the bust out. And now he's burnt out, too. So Fox, he would have been in one-hit chip scenario, so he just takes the sweep and takes the fall. Yeah, Tommy able to get that done.
About it. And we saw, I mentioned before that Fox admitted, he's kind of relying on the delayed parry a little bit too much. So you see him, he's not changing up the habits. Tommy sniffed it out. He's been putting some throws on Fox. The delayed parries aren't landing, so now he's got to find something else. Where's the other layers? Where's the depth that we're now expecting him to develop now that he's got the flow of the character down pretty well? We gotta see it now.
You put the plates on the squat rack, but I need to see depth.
That's right. It's true.
I gotta see depth.
The form. It's exactly a great metaphor, because now the form is getting developed now that we understand the basics of the exercise. So
Pass the grass, Fox. You better get in there. Oh, and the overextension. Tommy's jump times have been so clean here, and Fox.
There's the parry. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not.
Safe jump was safe enough, but finds a conversion. He goes back to mid-screen, away from the danger of the corner. That's important. A nice shimmy to top it off.
Oh, but that drop confirm is massive. Tommy burning himself out, though, is
no good.
It's kind of a habit that he needs to try to find a way to break, but he's playing confident, like he's not in burnout. He still has that level 1 to defend as well, so there's confidence. And Fox hasn't really been, presenting those, reversal DIs to make Tommy really scared. He's about to be out of burnout, and finally the first anti-air of the set.
Towards the corner, the shimmy. Come on, man, that was it.
Yeah, that was the round. You had more than enough drive gauge, and the tap parry again. Oh, it's all point, but the tournament winner. You greedy bitch.
He chokes. Tommy, famous for choking. We know what they call him. Actually, his name is THC. His nickname, no relation to marijuana. It stands for Thomas Heavy Choke. Thomas Heavy Choke. So right now he's choking kind of heavy, but these combos can start looking kind of nasty. Then you just start calling him Thomas Heavy. Period. There's no choke action. But right now, I don't know. That was kind of nasty, bro. He's letting it slip away. Fox on set point, has the corner, has the pressure. But a crucial air-to-air to escape the switch.
Again.
He's really strong in the air-to-airs, admittedly.
That's
Plus
that
frames.
legacy Street Fighter skill coming into play. And now Fox is in the precarious position drive gauge-wise. We're likely going to see a Lightning Beast activation here. Nah, just going for the Blanca-chan. Wants to keep it cheap.
Oh, bro, are you dead?
No. I don't think he cashes out. I think he saves the meter for the next round. He probably is going to look for a perfect parry punish here. Oh, but he found the perfect parry, and now Tommy in dire straits in the corner of the drive reversal. Oh, man. He has all the meter in the world. The DI comes through the stun, and that should be Fox cleaning this setup. Taking Tommy out. He is churning. No,
he
choked it. No, he neutral jumped it. Oh, my God. Choke on choke.
Unbelievable. Come on, Tommy. What in the world are you doing, bro? Okay, all right. That was the potential for upset was there. Tommy should have. I feel like he should have won that, but he just let it slip away.
Nah, he absolutely let that one slip away. The fact that he went for the wake up level 3 after the big blunder from Fox Plays
Come on, dude.
is kind of impressive to me. All he had to do was
Gross.
look for the anti-air, keep that charge going. But in that situation, we saw that Tommy was looking for air-to-airs pretty consistently, like jump back jab, jump back light kick to stop the jumps. And, I mean, I like that decision from Fox, right? The neutral jump. If your opponent hasn't already shown you consistency in anti-airs, you're going to get eaten up. And this is a player that can eat many a competitor up. You might know him. His name is Dr. Danny Pham, duking it out against Huge Ass. And Huge Ass has actually got the first round on the board.
We're just checking this match out real quick just to see if there's an upset
But it
afoot.
jailed. And the perfect parry. Oh, my goodness. Air juggle. You need to find a way to kill this man. OD dive kick into the level 1. It's not enough damage. If you get hit by CA, you are cooked. Do you bait it out? And he doesn't. And it actually pays off because Danny thought that he would show an ounce of fear. He thought that he would try to jump away. First game to Huge Ass. And first to 2, though. The hellscape that is first to 2. Anything can happen.
It's true. Danny can definitely make the comeback here. He's done it so many times, and we thought there was an upset potential. Actually, last week, Dak Josh was getting a little excited when
It was
Akaryu.
Akaryu, yeah.
Yes.
I watched that one, too. Yeah, Dak was getting a little feisty, a little peppery in there.
Danny was like, "Yep, I still won, bitch."
Like, oh man, I'm on the ropes. Doodly doo. Nice dive kick.
This is an annoying matchup for Geef, though. And
Oh,
Danny,
absolutely.
You know, most of the time he's getting sent down to losers. It is the character matchup is kind of coming to bite him a little bit. But now that he has the player data from the first game, and the circumstances have changed dramatically.
Yeah, the thing is, if Jamie is able to establish drinks and just create that space to get the drinks, he can really start to run away
Great walk speed,
with this
good
matchup.
pokes,
Oh
strong
my
conversions.
goodness. Yep. And another drink. That's 2.
A great low forward DRC as well.
He's got the dive kick available now. You have to be
Yeah.
so careful.
Command grab, too, against the grappler's shitty defense. It's a tough one.
And the dive kick is what's been connecting the most here.
He's great
Drink
with
number 3.
I'd say Huge Ass is excellent with the EX dive kick.
And the thing about it, Huge Ass has been so patient in this neutral game so far. You see him, he's not really going for the heavy palm immediately. Now that he's got this level 4 drink, it becomes that much scarier to really deal with him because you have to have so much matchup knowledge to snuff this guy out. Oh, he actually got the counter hit there. He
No,
didn't go for the
saves
level 3.
it.
He's saving it. He
Oh
gets
my
the counter hit right
God,
there.
not like
And that
this.
should take the round now. He's 1 round away from a 2-0 over Dr. Danny Pham.
No way.
Dude, Danny and losers round 1 is like a sentence I haven't said in 69 weeks.
You know, you can't even because he starts in round 2, but the sentiment, it's the same.
It's kind of
the
there. This
same.
is technically
I know
his round
exactly
1.
what you mean.
There's 1 drink. It costs 2 drive gauge to
His-
get to that point.
his round
And
one
the
is
trade
round
combo.
Big dunks, corner possession as well for Danny. This is where it all starts to turn around. He just has to stop the freight train.
Yeah, he had to. But now you're susceptible to DI.
God.
He jumped over. He was a little bit too afraid of the level 3. He knew that it could have come out at any time.
Oh.
SPD won't let me be. And
All right, Danny putting 1 on the board, and now Huge Ass, he's laughing. He's thinking, okay, that's the face where you know the opportunity has slipped away. Your chance to just sneak away a game on the seed 1, it's gone now.
And the hard part about that, too, is Danny already showed the level 1 defensively. He went for 2 drinks. You're a dickhead. 3 drinks already.
He does
This
it.
is
He does
where it becomes that much more difficult. Do you punish? No, he tried to find the perfect parry afterwards. The Vietnamese SPD did not connect, but this time it does.
What's the Vietnamese SPD?
When he whiffs 1 and catches you again with
Oh,
a
I
perfect
see
parry
that
or
like that.
another
I see
SPD.
that.
You can't hit Danny with his own DI. The Danny DI.
Will Huge Ass get impatient here? Danny's looking for. Oh my God, already back.
Yeah,
Holy
he-
shit, already has.
Mm.
What? The DR stand fierce. It's so good. Don't let Jamie players gas you.
Oh!
It's not that bad. Level 2 here? No.
Does he do it again? Perfect parry.
Safe?
You actually, he waited.
Oh!
He can kill here with level 2.
What was
Yeah.
that forward walk? What was he looking for there? That's so interesting.
I'm actually not sure. He would have got scooped no matter what. I think he just
Yeah.
kind of
You saw that, right? That was
froze up
interesting.
for a second. Maybe looking for a dive kick and just missed the jump.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
now,
a weird timing thing
yeah, 1
set
round
point.
away.
for Danny Pham here.
What looked like he was against the ropes once again is a dominant position for Danny.
Every DP's hitting, but Danny's happy to eat them for breakfast. He doesn't care. He's not really trying to bait it as much as he's just get it out of the way with. Let me get back in.
Yeah, he's pretty close to burnout now. You got to be so careful though.
He's happy to be in burnout as long as he has most of the stage behind him too. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
just got to get back to mid-screen to make that burnout actually threatening. Intercepted.
The stand light kick so damn active. He wakes up with the level 3 to beat the SPD. That's going to burn him out. You only have the level 1 here, which means we just need to see Huge Ass be unrelenting in this pressure. Do not let Danny get anything going. Takes the side, that was cheeky. Break the ankles, go for the DI. You can guarantee it here. Yes, sir. And that should take us to the final round between these two. That was a confident sequence from Huge Ass.
In striking range of level 3 now, and that's what makes this matchup so difficult for any character. So if he gets to level 3 on board, it's tough for Huge Ass. Huge Ass wants to make this quick, and that's not easy.
Yeah, and the whip punish game from Danny has just been pristine so far. Gotta get a drink on the board. Danny gonna be restoring a little bit more of that drive gauge. As soon as he gets 3 bricks, he's going in. Oh my goodness! And he tried immediately, but he got counter hit there. Now the level 2 is available. That's why you see Huge Ass hesitate. That drink was a little overzealous. He's not burnt yet. He's not burnt.
He's like 5 for 5. Catch
Caught
the low armor.
Do you palm? Do you palm? He went for another drink. No, you can punish.
No punish.
Oh, he got the 4th drink. It gives him a little drive gauge
Level
back.
3 for Danny, though. 2 hits away if he finds it.
If he gets the command grab reset, the scaling could be incredible. Utilizing the palm, trying to catch Danny, go for a stand light kick.
Don't choke. The palm was a small choke. Careful.
I wouldn't even consider it a choke at this point. He's one guess away. What's it going to be? Locked into the corner, and he catches him. It is a wrap. The level 3.
The fist bump is
it
up,
might be enough. It might
Danny's
be enough.
like, hold on, wait a second. You should be.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. He's dead. But that was a valiant effort from Huge Ass. And after he committed to that drive rush, I don't think there was a single answer he could have presented to keep him alive there. So really good composure from Danny. That is a staple of the Salon reigning champion. The only one who can really strike for his neck is Chris CCH. And dude, Biscuit is just absolutely looping Mason right now. Jesus Christ. We're on game 3 between these two. It never stops here at the Salon.
Yep, round 1.
It's going to be up to Biscuit if he can anti-air. Cool, if he can anti-air these headbutts.
Jake Ryan being summoned by JD. We just saw the performance close, not quite. One touch away, both these players right now. Honda finding the plus frames out of burnout his Biscuit, though. He can launch hell of an offense if he finds a touch. The parry going to help him get there. And there's the touch. There's the DRC looking for a bit of a chip. Not happening. The overhead going to close it out instead. Now Biscuit moving to set points.
All right, we got two spicy, kind of streaky players here also. I mean, both of these guys, when they're on a run, just start kind of playing way above their standard level. So let's see who's feeling hot tonight.
Spicy and streaky. Shout outs to Skid. I hear you, brother. Neutral jumps from the Honda, looking for that forward fierce, I believe, in the air. And it looks like Biscuit just content to walk him towards the corner. That's the game plan here. But Mason's so knowledgeable, aware of the fact that the corner's creeping up on him. He's trying to put up that line in the sand. Hold it mid-screen here. Successful in doing so far. Huge whiff, though. Going to let Biscuit push it back. And then he rips the level 3 as well. He wants to put this at guess for game. He's close. Not quite, but very close to guess for game. Maybe 2 touches here.
Just looking at Chris in the chat telling me to stop smiling while I'm having fun playing my video game.
Don't worry about that.
You stop smiling.
Oh, the stops.
Let me have fun while I lose.
Huge Biscuit just has to find another touch. Mason, though, ripping the critical art. This is actually going to do huge damage to Biscuit's drive gauge. Watch this melt away. It's going to have 1 bar of drive gauge remaining. If Mason finds the burnout here while Biscuit has no super, it's tough.
Yeah, and oh no! It was a good idea, but he wasn't quite in range. Huge anti-air headbutt. Smashes it, but he misses. No. Okay, wait, no, pick up. All right, gets clipped by the low there, but damn, that was a close one.
And we saw Jake Ryan summon before. Let's see. Let's check out the bracket. That was huge Biscuit and Mason. Biscuit moving on. Likely going to face Jake Ryan. Jake Ryan playing against the likes of Fox down here. Let's take a look at that set coming in. Danny sitting down next to them. How was that match against Danny, man?
Dude, I felt pretty good, honestly. It took him to 2 set points, won the first game. Just got maybe a little bit of big bro, coupled with, honestly, he just kind of outplayed me in those rounds.
The big bro. Yeah, it's true.
I probably should have ripped a DI or something in his face. I was doing a little bit, drinking in his face, being disrespectful, and it was working out for me, but I needed to amp it up 1 more level.
And so let's get into this match. It looks like we've got Jake Ryan versus Fox. Fox on the left with the edge, Jake Ryan, of course, on the right with the Ken. Wearing the Outfit 1 costume color, like 9 or 10, something like that.
Now, traditionally speaking, this is an easy Jake Ryan victory, but Fox has been grinding lately, and this guy has kind of been having some upsets against some pretty good players around here, so I'm curious to see how he handles the likes of Jake Ryan.
We are going to see Danny sitting down next to Element as well, so I am going to transition to this match, Danny versus Element, if this is a blowout right now. No disrespect to Fox at all. I just, unless you win game 1, I don't think it's going to happen, brother. But damn. Game 1, you have me hooked if you lock in game 1. I don't know.
That's round 1.
You see them all on the left side there. Jake and Fox, they're playing. Danny and Element are who we're likely going to
that's slow-ass DP.
Yeah, it's a
Not
tough
great for the jump in defense, especially when someone's got a hammer button like Ken's jump heavy punch.
You see Jake Ryan just piecing him out. I'm just like adjusting
Ooh.
cameras, trying to find different shots. Every time I look back, Fox
Couldn't
is
catch
missing a
him
little bit more.
sleeping on the DI though. He was
Side
pretty
switch
aware.
as well. Okay, but the media, a little fake there.
That was a dirty DI attempt, I'm
was
pretty
it?
sure.
Was it? Could have been. Could have been. Pro loops here. Just
And that's
flat.
it. Yeah. All right. Bit of a walloping.
That's what we expected to happen. That's okay.
Hey, it's not over yet. Fox could still prove you wrong.
I would be shocked, brother. I would be, sincerely. Let's take a look at Element and Danny here.
All right.
Element on the fuck
This
on the
is,
right.
Not quite right, but
I got it, brother. Give me a second. Damn. Not quite right. It's been on
hey,
screen
you giving
for
the
like
players
2
no
seconds.
quarter? I'm giving you no quarter on the stream setup here. All right, kind of desperate last attempt at offense from Element here. Taking down to the wire, but a drive reversal puts them back to neutral and not looking too great for the Bison.
And this is round 1 of game 1 of this set right now. Danny squeaking it by. And this is tough. In this matchup in particular against Geef, much like Rashid, you want to win the first round because his super is so threatening. You need the potential of the quick 2 rounds straight and not go into final round. Final round is heavily in Geef's favor if he finds that level 3, which he will. He's got enough health to build it. That's the thing. He's such a big bitch. Big
Ooh.
perfect parry. The backdash to try and find the SPD on the weird spacing. Okay.
You know, that's the big bro aura right there, and that's what was happening to me is when he whiffs an SPD and you're so scared you did a back jump or something and you just don't even get there to punish in time.
I mean, back in the day, in the Street Fighter 4 days, people would get psyched out by playing against Daigo, and the honest advice is just play it like any other normal scrub that you're playing online, and that's it. Play your game. Don't let it get to your head, because then you start changing things special. That's not what we're here for. You just got to lay it down straight. Big conversion here, 2 rounds straight to Danny's favor, and that's his... oh man, is that already Fox standing up from Jake? Jesus Christ, that match is over before, just as the first match of this one finishes. Jesus. Okay. Element has the potential to walk away with this, but 4 times that they've played at the Salon, every single time has gone in Danny's favor. Big DRC stand light kick to start things off. To the corner we go. Plus frames. Nice interrupt. Wasn't plus enough. Danny went for a big button.
Yeah.
Finds the scoop.
The decision making also here, it just looks a little scared, I'm going to say. Some of these buttons just pressed from a little further out than you want to because they're not going to hit on block. And Danny's the king of scooping you with an SPD when you're just putting in that stop sign button and he knows it's not going to hit.
The 5-frame startup, great reach on it as well. Reset here, nice parry from
Big
Element.
perfect parry.
Maintaining the corner, he's gonna spin super to make sure that he guarantees. Oh wow, even going with the level 2, not necessarily could have gone with the level 1 there, but I respect the decision.
Of a bird prey, you think, even against Geef health?
It's there is still max scaling though, so it's 30% max scaling. I think he would have had it, but it's a hard call, and I respect just not leaving it up to chance. I agree with you there. It would have been close, but I think the level 1 would have been.
I definitely would have been of the same ilk and tried to rip a level 2 in that scenario.
Well, the thing is
I
that you
wasn't
want to
scared.
win 2 rounds straight here, so that it's going to come back to bite him because not being able to build level 2 in this round as readily. So look how much damage he's already taken. This is
Yeah. Well, if you can't
hard
force
to
him to... Basically, I see round 2 victory against Geef as forcing out level 3 or level 2.
Sure.
Basically, there's one round that Geef's going to
agree
win
with
with
that,
that
yeah.
super meter, and if you can take first round, it's
100%.
huge.
Now having to do with the level 3 without a level 3 of his own yet. If it goes down to the wire, this becomes a slugfest. Element will find the level 3, so that's okay. Ooh, big scoop though for Danny, evening things up. Getting out of the corner here, safe. Plus frame pressure. Element just blocking out. He's shown some challenges before in the strings. Now he's showing block. Very smart adaptations here.
I like the no jumps or anything, not panicking at the
Oh,
SPD
reset!
set.
Come on, Element laughing, nodding. Come on, man. What the hell was that? Just take the... Oh, again. Tilting his head to
again.
the side. Like, fuck, why did I do that? Danny out of burnout now. Goes to the empty cancel on the stand light kick with Element. Not caught off guard by it, though. 3 bars for Danny on super. 1 touch away with those. Oh, no. Not close enough for the EX lariat into level 3. Or the level 2 even. There it is, though.
All right, and that's going to wrap it up right there. Pretty solid, pretty standard play from Danny. I mean, Element showing signs of life, took rounds off of it, but I don't know. I think Danny also plays pretty well around that. He adapts his playstyle to the amount of super meter that he has available at any given moment. His risk tolerance shifts a lot in accordance to that, so I think it's pretty common. He's far and above the best player who shows up here regularly, but he's still going to lose a lot of rounds because he's playing the long meter game. He's playing around Geef's strength, which is sometimes you're just a shit character for a round if you don't have that meter built.
And that was our first match of Top 16 Winners side. Next, we're going to see Shnois versus K-Pop stepping up to the plate. We are going to follow Top 16 Winners. Each individual match will be on stream from now on. So let's take a look at Losers side first to see what's going on. Oh, look at this fucking slaughterhouse down here. Holy shit.
I'm going to go.
Oh, you got to go play. Yes. Go ahead, brother. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah.
Huge ass hand.
I appreciate that. And now it looks like Schnoy stepping up to the plate against K-Pop. We are taking a look at this loser side bracket on the bottom here. Mackie eliminated. John Bourne eliminated. Anyways, let me fix these names here. Bear with me. These two players, it's hard to say. Where are they on seeding? I think they're right next to each other. Yeah, this is 4th seed for Schnois and 5th seed for K-Pop. Oh my god, 50-50 is just right down the middle split for the player matchup. They've played each other 12 times. Each one has taken 6 games. Schnois has been playing Mai as well. So has K-Pop, so we could see a Mai mirror. As much as I hate to say it and put that into the world, no. Schnois is going for Blanca right now. Thank God. Sparing us the pain. They're about to get into this match. Should be a good one. I think Blanca is, if I were to, just consider merely the slide, is excellent against the fan pressure. Being able to threaten that tool to go underneath from so far away. Really controlling the aggression she can apply in the neutral that she wants to apply as part of the game plan. Similar to a character like Aki, or even Ken with the EX Fireball. So this is going to give Schnois a lot more initiative when he's playing at mid-screen. It's going to force K-Pop to maybe take some risks that he'd rather not. Round 1 with the perfect looking convincing. I'm not sure if we'll see a switch to the Kimberly. We might. But we're still in winner's side, and K-Pop with some confidence. Maybe willing to stick with the Mai all the way through until he gets put down a loser side, which he may consider the Kim at that point. Finding that corner carry. Nice stagger attempt, but the empty jump out from Schnois. Escaped in the corner. Now he has possession. K-Pop showing an early throw tech on any sort of throw loop situation. He's getting out early. Schnois noticing that, no doubt. Level 2. Ball's out. Are we teching after this one? Oh, just a super. A great answer. Has the charges on board too. Puts the fireball out to get the space out of the corner. Blocks string. Whiffs the jab. Almost got caught out, but the jab was safe. Applying the pressure now. Schnois close to burnout. Has to find his way out. He does with another empty jump. Well done. His empty jumps have been great. Converting off the EX into level 2 is K-Pop though. Oh, there's the slide! Catching the command grab attempt. The level 1 is going to get caught. Well done, K-Pop. Falling victim to the slide, but losing no footing in that match because of that surprise. So sometimes players will get thrown for a loop if you bust out that option that you clearly weren't accounting for in the moment. And then you need a couple moments to recalculate where you are on the map. Uh-oh, big drop. Try to confirm the overhead hit. Was a little bit late on the link. Dirty air ball there, and then the side switch too into the grab mid-screen though. That's for K-Pop. We've seen K-Pop come back from a sticky situation. The DP could be the start of it. Listen, that meaty fireball, a bit of an awkward linger there for a moment, but K-Pop getting the better of it. Now at the corner, applying that light string pressure. Staggers have been great, but every time he goes to the stagger, Schnois is taking that late jump out. It's been working every time. So far, 2 for 2. Big perfect parry though. Needed to go for an anti-air response to find the invulnerability frames against the air fan. After that perfect parry freeze, little wrinkle of the matchup there that he wasn't familiar with as of yet. Doesn't matter though, Schnois closing it out relatively confidently. Comes close, so will K-Pop switch? I don't think he needs to. See JD next door to the right explaining something very particular fashion. All right, we're sticking with the character Mai on the screen. Schnois up a game. K-Pop no longer has the option to switch now. Two grabs. K-Pop trying to mash out. Huge whiff punish escaping the corner. The reversal, though, is going to get that corner right back in Schnois' possession. You saw him hesitate at mid-screen. They're probably looking for a slide, saying no, a little bit too transparent. K-Pop with the call out, but still, Schnois finding a big hit, gets the corner anyways. Oh my god, what a neutral jump. K-Pop regretting the overhead. May not have even meant to do an overhead. I think that's forward fear. Sometimes when you're trying to step forward and hit the heavy punch, which is her go-to poke to start some offense, you're going to get that overhead instead, and that's a heartbreaker if that was a execution error. This game, for as easy, quote-unquote, as the combos are, the execution of this game is just it can go to a scramble so fast, and staying on the ball and hitting all of that basic shit consistently, excuse me, can be a little tough. You saw that from K-Pop there with that overhead. Can't be phased though. Charges the fan, applies some pressure. Empty low. Starting things off into the throw. Schnois afraid of the loop. K-Pop baiting out that air ball. Getting some drive gauge for the escape. That's okay. What a bait. Now just has to close this round. That's looking fine. Unless K-Pop goes in the burnout, he's fine. Yep. Schnois has been challenging late in strings. K-Pop sniffing that out. Goes for a nice spacing trap off of his light into the medium. Schnois takes the bait, hook, line, and sinker now. Set point for Schnois still, but K-Pop has some momentum that is quickly neutered by the jump in level 2 activation. Still, if he finds the reversal against the situation at the corner, nice block on the overhead, but 2 times is not going to work, and he gets the grab off the plus frames there. Half the level 2 left. Baits out the super. This is big damage. Not quite dead. No, actually, has the level 1. Doesn't have the doll, though, to link into it. Okay. And there's the command grab. Fist bumps are out. Closed with the perfect. K-Pop getting sent down to loser side from winners top 16. And I see Nuggy and JD playing. I think this would be a JD favored matchup. We can check this out real quick. I think K-Pop was looking pretty good there. Schnois, the Blanca pick is, it seems like I have no sympathy for mine, so seems like a tough matchup. Fuck mine. Very good. Let's see here. What was I talking about? Yep. Here we are. Let's get into it. Nuggy's on the right. Boom, boom. Nuggy finding game 1. Trying to look at the seeding here to see where I've seeded these players. I believe UJazz is certainly above Nuggy. I won't find the numbers. Here's the thing. If the weaker player wins the first game, it's just you got to win 2 straight as the weaker player. Excuse me. You got to make the statement because generally the better player is going to have the higher bandwidth, the greater depth of play, and they're going to sniff out the habits that you're putting on the board. The longer you linger in the crosshairs, the less likely you are to close out the set in your favor. So Nuggy needs to make this happen fast. You guys finding first blood in the second game of round 1. May have spoken too soon. Nice reversal from Nugget. Plenty of drive gauge to work with. Oh, no, getting caught. So our next top 16 match is going to be Dylan and Fishboy right on the side here. We can tune into that very soon. I just want to see how this round plays out. If JD closes this out 2 straight, it's over. Fuck man, I keep fucking these aliens up. It's driving me crazy. Nice check. The activation here. Alright, good parry from Nuggy. Oh, we're getting caught low. That's the game now. Tries the DP. Okay, let's catch Dylan versus Fishboy. We'll see what happens. You know, it's JD saying his heart's pounding, his heart's racing. We're looking for that upset. This is Ed and Marissa here at the corner. Nice reversal from Dylan, though. He's going to get away from the threat of the splat. Fishboy is on the right, Dylan on the left. Final round here. 1 round apiece, game 1. This is winner's top 16. Winner of this match moves on to top 8. Loser drops down to the dungeons below on the lower bracket. Corner here, no, not too far. Fishboy with the quick wake up instead of the back roll preserves that spacing. I know he's taking a lot of damage. Oh, are you dead here? You got to be dead. No level 2 route. Okay, a little bit left with critical art. Anything's possible with Marissa, especially if you got some drive gauge. We'll see what happens. I like the spacing from Fishboy so far. Oh, but the whiff punish too good. Too fast to put that stand roundhouse out, unfortunately. This Fish Boy. Dylan looking for it, ready for it. And that's kind of the game plan for Marissa. This is what makes her such an unreliable character, is that you kind of have to play a little, I don't want to call it gimmicky or whatnot, but she whiffs some larger-than-life buttons to bait with punish attempts at weird spacings. And if your opponent has the right timing, they're just going to blow you out. It's just, the margin of error is quite small on this character. Ooh. Big back throw here. Big deal about this is that drive gauge from Dylan is looking threatened. No, intercepts. That plus frame from the EX Superman would have been huge. Would have been able to start bullying, but Dylan retains a healthy drive gauge instead. And you can tell that Fish Boy looking, I'm sorry, not Fish Boy, on the right-hand side, JD looking not sad, so we assume that he won that match. Levy unfortunately eliminated on his side. Level 3. Fish Boy does not have critical art yet. He still has to take another hit or deal some damage in order to lock that critical art in, but he will have the threat of it here after one exchange. Dylan looking for the burnout to double jump, though. I like to call that the pogo. It's not. All right, that was our second winners top 16 match. Let's scroll the bracket up and take a look. I see Element playing versus Fine Like Wine. Hold the fuck up. Where is that game? Excuse me. Oh, is that game... That's on a setup that doesn't stream. That's unfortunate. That's okay. That's all right. Let's see who else we got. Looks like we've got Biscuit. Oh, shit. Biscuit and Jake Ryan stepping up to the plate. Let's take a look at the winner's side here. Hold on. Yep. This is going to be our last top 16 winners. So our previous matches were Danny and Element. Yeah, set of 7 is not streaming. PL launching into action here to fix the issue. See Biscuit and Jake Ryan looking pretty friendly here. Oops, sorry, brother. I'm using the mouse. That's right. We have the one mouse. This matchup, this is a tough one. I think Biscuit's been a lot more patient in his neutral game. And I think that's benefited him tremendously, especially against players like 8, Machine 8 on Space 7. No, you're good, brother. You're good. I got it. Yeah. PL making some adjustments behind the scenes, but he thought he messed me up. No, the viewer is unaware of any sort of hiccups at play. And you see the player matchups down below at the bottom of the screen. There's 6 for Biscuit, a mere 33% versus the 12 for Jake Ryan. Jake Ryan's been slowing his fast game down. Biscuit's been doing much the same, so I'm interested to see what the more granular play level looks like between these players, but make no mistake, this can get very explosive very quickly, so it should be an exciting match. Just tune in. Jake Ryan on the left. We're at the beaches. What are these called? I don't fucking remember the name of the stage, but here we are, the DJ stage. Biscuit on the right, costume 1 looking clean. On the left, costume 2 with the black key. It's a very serious tournament color. All of the vibes. Biscuit a little low on drive gauge, but his positioning looks pretty good. Jake Ryan, though, fighting away from the danger of the corner and now putting his opponent at the corner. Nice corner carry from this character. Good hold parry from Biscuit, just doubling down, getting some drive gauge back from that stand fierce. Had he not, he would have been in a terrible situation drive gauge-wise. Instead, he's sitting at 4 bars, looking very nice. He can DRC to get out of this situation and still have plenty left over to deal with anything else. Can he find the DRC, though? No, he cannot. Oh, no punish. Okay. And the drive gauge difference is starting to come into play. No DRC there. Big whiff, no punish. Jake Ryan looking for EX. Yeah, fireball. Couldn't even say it in time. See the difference in the stats here. Best placement, though, for Biscuit. He's able to sneak a first place in while Danny wasn't here. I believe that's what happened. I'm not trying to discredit my man, but you know. Jake Ryan, on the other hand, has hit second place 12 times. It's a staggering difference. Nice. Crouch strong, DRC at the corner, gets the medal, 4 medals on the board. Only 1 bar of drive gauge, though. Has to be careful. This is where that granular level play comes in. The punish counter stand roundhouse, putting him back in the danger zone. not letting him go. Biscuit does like the mash on Wake Up sometimes, but it's not so much about that layer 1 mash. It's how he adapts on the layer 2 once his opponent shows the meat. He's burnout for Jake Ryan. He's confident. Normally the neutral jump, Normally the neutral jump against him, a non-player, especially Biscuit, is certain death. That crouch fear is so good for that character. Jake Ryan was able to find it on block, and then after a kind of a squirrely situation, he sent it on the blocked overhead. Not a good look. Some choke sneaking up on Jake Ryan here. Has to keep that slow play. Play the strong footsies game that he knows he can do. The big whiff on the low forward. Didn't adjust his spacing for a long time, so Biscuit was able to space himself out quite well for the whiff punish, and to see what that's led to. His corner pressures relentless. No big punish. Neutral jump, stand, jab, link. Biscuit close to burnout. Jake Ryan looking to damage that drive gauge. Make no mistake, it's all about the resource war right now. Biscuit's got to get some nice parries in. He finds one good hold parry. Can he find another one? He's playing so close. Good intercept. Burns out to the level 3. Confident play from Biscuit. The huge one himself. You see Fish Boy was like the scorpion poke for a second. Oh, fuck, man. I'm just trying to get a good camera angle on the fellas. Biscuit taking a deep breath. Do we have one yet? No, we don't. Doesn't matter. We're getting back into the match. Sorry about that. I got a little obsessed. Who's Fishboy playing against? Ooh, big safe jump. Jake Ryan has the corner. I'm going to check out the loser side. Fishboy going up against Dak Josh. Oh my god, dude. It's just slaughters on all sides on loser's top 12 right now. Biscuit's been at this corner. He fought his way out, but Jake Ryan put him right back in. Jake Ryan with a commanding drive cage lead. Wow, the fireballs from the Ken recovery, those frames betrayed him there, allowed that jumping connect where most other Shotos would have gotten a DP, at least a Kumanuya. Corner carry, we're right back in. Will we see a reversal? A drive reversal, in fact. Nice spin from Biscuit. Big punish, too. And you know Jake Ryan's going for that DP. No! I know how that is. That's the old stick, where you release the stick to go for the stand fierce, but it gives you a jump instead. Holy shit. Come on, Biscuit. I really have no dog in this fight for either player, but I would want to see Biscuit win this round after fucking it up like that. Jake Ryan peppering him, forcing the no. He goes through, understands the matchup. JD popping in. You out of here, brother? Take care, man. Well, did you lose or win versus Nuggy? You lost to Dak. Understood. You had to DQ after him either way. He's got to go. Oh, shit. Sorry. We're in the game here. Biscuit has found the corner after tossing Jake Ryan off of a failed shimmy, I think. But Jake Ryan reverses the situation off of a nice DP side switch there, something like that. And now we're caught up. Damaging that drive gauge, but a big jump in to escape the situation, restore that drive gauge with the offense, and then damage his opponents. The punish counter as well. 4 bars. Sorry, medals on deck. Jake Ryan putting out that parry. Has to manage his drive gauge very well here, or else he's going to get eliminated. You can't rely on a Hail Mary level 3 anymore here. Biscuit has grown too huge. Got to protect that gauge. Nice stand roundhouse. Little fireball zoning. I like the empty run. He's doing a good job. Has to be careful whiffing, though. Look at him fighting for this space. Oh, my God, that was huge. Now it's over. Unfortunate. Fist bumps are up and out. Jake Ryan heading down to the loser's bracket. Uncharacteristic. But sometimes the Big Biscuit finds a win. We have to adjust the stats a little bit. No longer just a third, but now a third and some change. Jake Ryan still with the overwhelming number of victories against Biscuit, but today was a little bit of a victory for the Biscuit one. Okay, let's check out the bracket here. Fine Like Wine versus Element is still going, I guess. Man, that's probably got to be some fucking back and forth. No, they finally cleaned it up. They're finished with that. We're just waiting for the report to get in. And it looks like that was our final top 16 winner side. So our top 8 winners is Danny Schnois and then Dylan Biscuit. Now we're looking at the loser side. We see Jake Ryan versus Akaryu here. Okay, understood. We also have Fish Boy versus Dak Josh. K-Pop versus Fox. Let's hop around real quick and take a look at these matches. Hold on. This is Dak Josh versus Fishboy, excuse me. Fishboy on the right. Fishboy up a game. Okay. Hold on, folks. I just want to jump to the next match here. This is K-Pop versus Fox. K-Pop about to close this one out, but Fox with the close. Oh! No, K-Pop gets that trade in his favor, so now he's on 7 points. All right, let's head back to the main setup here. I think it's right here. That's where we are. Who is this? This is Jake Ryan versus Zachary. They've already started. Sorry about the sluggish start here. I'm trying to just see everybody. Jake Ryan on the left. Zachary on the right. Not literally, but according to the stats at the top. Akari relatively new to the Salon, but they've been here for a good handful of weeks now consecutively, and they've been putting in some good work. They're close to loser's side top 8, and if they were to eliminate Jake Ryan here at loser's side top 12, that would be huge. What a chip out opportunity for Jake Ryan. Spots it clean, knows that Kim can close it out there, and he does. No hesitation. Akariyu almost sent Danny to losers last week, I believe. That's when Dak Josh was getting a little excited. We talked about it earlier. Danny quickly turned around after the set was finished, pointing out Dak Josh and saying, listen, buddy, it's not that easy to send seed 1 to loser's side round 2, okay, brother? Keep it in your pants next time. Level 3 in early spin. Jake Ryan agrees with this one, I'll tell you that. This is all about the resource war. They're relatively even, relatively low on both sides as well, so now it's going to be Akari with a commanding lead in the resource war. Jake Ryan's going to be struggling here. But with one good conversion, Jake Ryan could close this game out and come up 1 game in the set. What a punish. Empty low. No level 3 spin. That's crazy. Gets the throw. Now he can chip out. Akari does have... Yeah, nicely done. I was going to say, he does have the amnesia meterless that could potentially avoid this, but Jake Ryan finding the true string into the chip out situation, not leaving a gap there for the amnesia to come into play. Nicely done. Now applying some gen right pressure into the throw. I like the fixing the glasses tick. I like when people are really locked in and they got their little mannerisms, brother, because you know they're cooking when they got their shit going. Okay? That's like the nod, we love that. Plus frame of pressure. Akariyu out of burnout now. So much gauge to work with, but Jake Ryan's unrelenting. That bit of offensive pressure he got right there. I like to see Jake Ryan feeling himself as well. He kind of wears his emotions on his sleeve, so if it's a tough match, you're going to see it, but then something funny happens. He's usually cutting up. Nice meaty, picks it up with the jab, links to the strong. His character's so good. Nice shimmy. Dude, come on. You don't have to disrespect him like that. I respect him, though. I understand. It's fun. I think DP is the most fun attack in the game. That's why I'm a fan of fireball characters. You got to make motherfuckers jump into the DP. One hand washes the other. Jake Ryan trying to play a very stiff line in the sand here, luring Akariyu to a forward walk and then trying to stab him with a low forward. Akariyu not to be baited, though. Looking like he understands what he's doing in terms of a ground game approach. Jake Ryan slowly getting worked to the corner. That's what Akariyu wants. Has critical art. Probably going to spend it here to get the gauge back. No. Puts out the level 2 instead. Wants to hold on to... Oh my god, bro. What the fuck? Couldn't tell you. Wants to hold that L instead. Jake Ryan moving on, and just at the same time, it looks like Dak Josh and Fishboy. Fishboy doesn't look happy. Let's take a look at that setup real quick. What's the... No, it's the wrong one. Dude, this is fucking Fox. Fox and it's set point for both players. Hold on. Let's get the fuck in here. Everybody get the fuck in here. This is Fox and K-Pop. Fox. The gatekeeper at losers top 12 here. Big shimmy. Oh, fuck. I got the names backwards. Sorry. All right, we're up to date. DP hits. Tries to bait something there with that raw fireball into the jump. Low and drive gauge both players. K-Pop almost got something started. 2 bars each. Dude, it's neck and neck, man. What the fuck, dude? Fox put in the work? Is that what's going on here? This would be huge. If he pulls this out. K-Pop's in... Oh, no, that was a huge choke. That sweep. Come on, man. He's in burnout. Cook his ass. Cook his ass. No, you needed the back throw. It's okay. That's okay. Here's the problem. K-pop coming out of burnout's going to have all this EX fan bullshit to work with. See how Fox defends against it. Oh, he may not even need to. He was almost there. Don't do it again. Bro, he's going to get him. He's going to get him. He's going to get him. No, you're dead. You're actually dead. He's already reaching for the headphones. He knows. Damn. So close. You see, he was like a pixel away from the stumble before off the splat while K-pop was in burnout. That's a heartbreaker, bro. Game talking a little shit. That sucks. Okay. Looks like that is going to do it. So now we are going to get into our, what is this? Going to be our top 8 winners side. Pull up the bracket here real quick. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Danny versus Schnois first. This is the birthday boy. I know Danny said he had a gift for him. Hopefully it's not just an L here or a dub. Schnois said he's got to wake up early, so he's asking for perhaps an early retirement. I know we're going to get that nice. PL's on the mark, of course. But, yeah, Schnois saying I have to work early, so it would be great if somebody could knock me out. Unfortunately, found himself at the top of winner's side facing Danny, so he's done about as well as he can. Has yet to find that relief. What the hell's going on, dude? Oh, that was a wrong setup. That's my fault. All right, they're going to get into it soon. PL is really... Okay, there we go. Just putting that motherfucker in there. Let's get started. Danny on the left with the Geef, of course. Schnois on the right with the Blanca, sticking with the main. You know, at one point we saw him bring out like this very crusty and new Mai against Danny. Losers semis, I think it was. I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? So I'm happy to see the Blanca coming out instead. This is early in the set where you're going to feel a little bit of momentum against Danny. Geef, a very strong player reads character, so just because of the SPD situation. So you start to feel the burn from this character, not necessarily right up front. This is where Schnois needs to find his dub. Drop there, air to air, so fortunate for Danny. Schnois close to burnout. Puts himself in a burnout with a good reversal to maintain the corner. Schnois willing to wait, has a life lead, knows he doesn't have to take too big of a risk, just wants to get his gauge back. Holy fuck, that was crazy. Danny now looking for stand like kick DRC. Schnois tried to counterpoke the approach, but Danny too fast with the counterpoke with his own plus frames, tries to reset with the SPD. Schnois mashing those buttons. A lot of people are a little afraid to mash buttons against Geef, especially he's putting these big plus frames on screen like the headbutt. But if he follows it up with a relatively slow attack, you know, even an SPD sometimes is not going to connect. So you have to show the disrespect at some point to force Danny into some tighter pressure. That's going to be easier to defend against down the line. So Schnois taking that calculated risk up front here. Now finding the corner, but a perfect parry punish is going to get Danny away from the threat of the splat. Now level 3 block for Danny. Schnois with no super at all after spinning that super 2 for the cross up on the EX area to force the burnout. Could carry him to the corner and close it out right here. Level 3, is he baiting it? No. Tried to go for the meaty stand light kick. Danny sniffing it out, reacting to level 3. Could have baited it, but decided to go all in. Again, you have to take those calculated risks up front. Oh my god, huge, not an optimal punish there, but oh, finds the splat. Danny perhaps a little chafed about that when he had time for the DI. Certainly he was coming. I think he was just a little bit off timing on that. So there's not really much you can do there except play cleaner. I don't think he really snuck that in. I think that was just a... sometimes you just get hit, brother. I know sometimes I'm trying to make myself not DI. And if somebody DIs me when I'm really telling myself don't DI, don't choke like a bitch, it's so hard to break through that mental barrier you just built and hit the DI. So that could have been that moment for Danny as well. He could have been thinking another couple layers ahead, trying to anticipate Schnois, and maybe he just guessed wrong. So I don't want to say it was just an execution error. A couple grabs here from Schnois. Danny representing parry multiple times, now going back to taking the throw, back going finally to get away from the Oki throw pressure. Schnoi's trying to land short with the level 2. A quick DP to get out. Both players in burnout here. This favors Schnois until Danny gets that level 2. There's the level 2. You see Schnois backing off as soon as it pops. So aware now. Moving on to set point. Schnois looking at moving on to winners finals with a 2-0 over Danny. Double low, base the jump. Base the DP, huge damage. Corner? Yeah, trying to escape the Schnois. He's been going to the realm of high-risk escapes here, and I think that's that's basically what you have to do in this game. But perhaps not enough of a canvas of some lower-risk play. As we saw him take the risks up front, now Danny's starting to dial in areas again. Schnois has to start playing a little bit closer to his chest. That's where it starts to get scary against the Geef when he can start slipping those SPDs in. He wants to stay away from that territory in the meta game, but Danny's forcing him into it. It doesn't matter. It's not up to you, it's up to me at the end of the day. Optimal. Double P. Open state. 1-1. This is the top 8 winner side. Schnois has won about 14% of his matches. You know, we could bump that up to a nice 15% today. Not looking too likely, though, unless Schnois starts to tighten up his defense. Oh, my God. Even Danny's like, okay, still DPing. Huh? And he can appreciate that. Danny willing to remain stubborn with his options so often. Willing to tech multiple times in a row. Willing to parry multiple times in a row. Even if you're punishing him, just wants to demonstrate that it's difficult to condition. Force you to repeat an option, and he can snipe that later. This is crazy. The empty cancel gets caught, though. Actually, this is a huge break for Schnois. Should he force the burnout quickly? That's why he's attacking with the EX ball. Trying to get to the corner. Danny going to burn on his own terms. Nice reaction with the EX lariat. Set point for Danny Pham. It's a tough spot for Schnois to be in. You need that first round against a character like Geef. Danny's going to have level 3 this round to close it out. Difficult position for Schnois to work out of. Cross under SPD. Dude, he's now Danny says, okay, I'm just gonna play relatively tight. We're gonna eat all of the DPs. We're gonna find everything else. And I'm just gonna send it. I don't care. If you wanna be stubborn, I'll be stubborn with you. Checking him on the wake up. Looking for the jump back there, but he didn't really find much. Maybe he actually looked for the DP instead. Schnois cycling to the jump back. Danny keeping it tight, looking for the jump out. It's not there. Schnois finally showing a bit of that close to the chest play right in the final hour. Is he going to go for the DI? I would. I'd say, fuck this. No way. You're dead. Okay. And Schnois is going down to the loser's side. Yeah, you're fucking dead, bro. That's CA. Just feel bad. Oh, you're not dead. You're not dead. Okay. What do we got here, Schnois? DP? No DP. That must have been a true streak. Oh, and the chip. You rarely see that from Geef. He's got such shitty chip out options. Insane. Especially with how often Schnois is going to the DP. Danny, well done, not leaving a gap there. That's part of the strength of stand light kick DRC. Most other light attacks don't have the same plus frames off the immediate drive rush cancel. You can usually mash on them. Stand light kick from Geef is a different monster, so he was able to maintain the tightness on that string on the front end, then get to the crowd strong, to the lariat. Schnois was no doubt trying to find that reversal. Hard to snipe that gap, too, as a charge character. You can't really mash it like you can with a motion character, so that was a tough situation. Danny looking very well practiced in that niche moment, and that's what closes out games at this level. Now moving on to Dylan versus Huge Biscuit. This is going to be a hell of a match. Manon versus, I believe, Edward Still. I don't think we're going to see Dylan head to the Marissa pick. Oh, fuck. I don't have any names up here. Don't worry about that. Looks like they've played 10 times in total. Biscuit has taken 2 games out of 10. Dylan has taken 8. His best placement, Dylan has won 3 times the Salon. I believe one of those was with Danny present, if not 2 of them. So this is the real McCoy here. I think he's also 3rd seed tonight. Oh, he's 2nd seed because Raihan could not make it. That's right. Shout outs to Raihan. Hope your vacation was pleasant. Welcome back. Look forward to seeing you next time. These two are going to get started. Ed versus Manon. Manon usually has such a good time in the neutral with the length on her buttons. But Ed is a beast in his own right in that regard. We have a huge Biscuit on the right with Manon. Dylan R on the left with Ed. Staying on Danny's Geef stage, of course, where we've been on this stage. It feels like every single match is on this stage. Honestly, people just don't change it. It's baffling to me, honestly, but here we are. Dylan taking that first game pretty convincingly. Biscuit before was somebody who I think was a little bit impatient. His calling card was going for the Beyblade, that spin kick low, mixing that up with the overhead, but he's really evolved in his play. He's really stepped up his footsie game. He's got to bring it to the table now or never, though. Dylan has a very well-developed footsie game himself. That's what makes him such a shoe-in for one of those top 3 seeds. Biscuit, I like that little walk forward there at the corner. Gets caught up in the level 3. But showing signs of life with that walk forward to try and get out of the corner. A little adjustment on the volume there. Yeah, I think that's good. Just adjusting the color tone of the player cam here for player 1. This is 1-0 in the favor of Dylan R. Biscuit does not have another kicker to switch to, maybe Jury, but I doubt it. What's the adaptation here from Biscuit? Getting caught walking in. You know, it's trouble to deal with the stand medium kick. Trying to whip punish that. Got to go for a sweep. I haven't seen it yet. And if he's not able to establish the threat at that range, it's just so easy for Dylan to space him out, force the jumps. It's very difficult for Biscuit to find his purchase there, especially that stand medium punch. That's your bread and butter. Just getting spaced out of that sweet spot. Big jump. DPOS right through Dylan. Just clinical, right? Clinical. I'm not trying to glaze. That's just what it is. I think there's just some unfamiliarity with Biscuit for what he wants his go-to whiff punish to be on some of these pokes that are being so persistent and neutral. He's found his way in, though. 2 medals. Baits out the parry. The DP again. Dylan's so good at stifling that offense once Biscuit finally gets it started with that reversal DP. Will we see it again? No. Challenging with the button. Preserving his gauge. Staying out of burnout. Here we go. Big signs of life from Biscuit. At the corner. Spins no super. Very confident right now. Trying to call that DP out. Says, go ahead. Do it. Do it. Do it. Here's like 3 gaps. Come on. Oh, empty jump is not good. Side switch. Okay. Dylan could close the set out right here. What a challenge. Had that been a tighter string, that could have been lights out. Big shimmy. Okay, Biscuit. Bit of this movement there. Fine in the parry whip. This is game 2 of the first of 2 here. 1 game on the board for Dylan R. Biscuit pressuring him towards the corner. We haven't seen this kind of offense from Biscuit before. Dialing his timings in. Yeah, side switch. Not a huge punish, but the positional reverse is huge. Immediate super from Biscuit. Great decision making on defense here is going to put him in the lead, both in terms of life and drive gauge. But Dylan still can preserve the corner position if he plays this correctly, which is going to win him the round potentially. No, the escape is huge, and now Biscuit working the corner, finding the DP. Not a good conversion, that's okay. Oh, okay. Everybody's losing their minds a little bit in the crowd. I think this is inevitably going to go to Biscuit, but we've seen bigger chokes here before. Yeah, the neutral jump is tough. That crouch fierce is so good. Biscuit putting one on the board, tying it up 1-1. Final game of the set now. Decides who's going to move on to play against Danny in winners finals. Jump baits the perfect parry attempt, low on gauge. Maybe a bit of a input error there from Biscuit. Again, kind of letting that lever go to neutral, and he's getting a jump instead, so he's not able to get the stand fierce he wants, maybe. Or he's hard reading a jump back jab. I doubt that, though. Oh, there's the Biscuit, the Beyblade low, starting the offense. Frame trap with the drive rush canceled. To the corner we go. 2 medals on, almost gets a third, but the neutral jump calls it out. What's the conversion? No super needed, hardly any bar either. Uses the drive gauge to start that pressure instead. 1 throw away is Huge Biscuit now. Has to find a good conversion, either player, and slips in with the sneak and scoot. Off the hold flicker. Nicely done to Dylan to sniff out that parry attempt from Biscuit. Moving on to set point is Dylan R with the Ed. But Biscuit finding a medal early on in round 2 puts him at 3. Should he find 4, he's a real threat. On the cusp of it. Dylan just trying to control that spacing. Oh no, devastating. Misses the DP input, eats a full jumping conversion. 4 medals. Grabs him. He can punish this now. Oh, he's not ready. No. We saw this happen before though, and Biscuit still was able to close it out, so I have full confidence. Okay. There it is. Both players on set point now. Final round. Winner moves on to play against Danny Pham in winners finals, first to 3. Loser drops down to top 6, loser's side, to play against the winner of K-Pop versus Fine Like Wine. Corner for Biscuit, but the low from Dylan, finding the exit into the level 2. Do we have these? Consistency's possible here. Nicely done, corner to corner. He does the safe jump as well to cap it off. Biscuit, nice walk forward. Links into the crouch jab, finding the frame trap. Dylan trying to jump or backdash away. He's afraid of the throw. He should be. 5 medals, 1 grab away. Biscuit sees him trying to hold up. Oh my God. Level 3 on deck. There it is! And the fist bump is out. Biscuit moving on to winners finals against Danny Pham. Well done, Biscuit. Okay, all right. I'm familiar with your game there. Dylan has to shake off a bit of rust, but Biscuit did a great job stepping up in that game, in that set, excuse me. Now we're dropping down. The next set, oh my God, it's going to be K-Pop versus Fine Like Wine. It looks like Fine Like Wine was able to take it over Element there on the left side, and Fox. We saw Fox almost take that game versus K-Pop. K-Pop sticking with the Mai all the way through as far as we know. Unsure if we'll see Kimberly switch at any point. And the final top 8 is going to be Jake Ryan versus Dak Josh. Very Jake Ryan favored, but I think sometimes Jake Ryan can tilt. Sometimes he can play a little bit too fast and the offense can get sniped. So Dak Josh definitely has potential to, I don't want to say it's a total upset, but he has potential to find the dub there, especially with the Super 2. Okay, let's focus on this match. Mai and Guile. You know, I think Mai has trouble with fireball characters. That was my early read on the character. Just because her fireball, you know, if until she charges it up, it just gets crumpled by other meterless fireballs. I think Guile's going to be a bit of a problem because of that. Jeff's defense, though, if he can get a good read on your opponent's tendencies, and his opponent doesn't adapt fast enough in their offense, he's pretty good at worming his way out of repeat knockdowns. So getting some good flow, some good momentum on your offense against Jeff is kind of challenging. And that's definitely what Mai wants to do. So I think this is going to be a very polarizing match. We're either going to see Jeff kind of be a big wall here, Fine Like Wine with the Guile, and it's just going to be an easy 0-2, or I think we're going to see kind of K-Pop grind and crumble that wall down for a 2-1. Let's see what happens here. That's my prediction. K-Pop on the left with the Mai, of course, and on the right, we do have Fine Like Wine with the Guile. Been playing Guile since Street Fighter 4 and probably earlier. It's a perfect fit for his playstyle. K-Pop, on the other hand, is an Ibuki main, and Kimberly, Mai, they come close, they approximate, but it's not quite yet what I think he's been comfortable with. Although Kimberly looking kind of nice these days. Footsie game here mid-screen. Burning a lot of bars, K-Pop, and Fine Like Wine trying to find that flash kick to explode through. That's what I'm talking about right there. Nice play from K-Pop to call out that double EX flash kick. That's what makes Jeff hard to get a beat on with your offensive momentum. K-Pop showing an understanding of the player matchup here. They have played before several times, and they're regulars in the regional tournament circuit in this area for the past, 10, 15 years. It's hard to believe it's been that long. So they're familiar with each other. So we'll see the adaptation from Fine Like Wine here. Who's going to get inside the layer first? Good contain game from Fine Like Wine. Great perfect parries to deny that offensive movement off the bounce. Excellent contain game right now. Just trying to find little bits and pieces and hold his position on screen. Yep, just a little bit of a sonic boom here. Nice perfect parry. Drive gauge looking healthy. K-Pop instead getting gassed, converted. To the corner we go. Now he's got to deal with this. Yep, this is tough. There's the weakness of the fireball, just getting blasted through. Jeff finding his footing here in this matchup. Now it's going to be up to K-Pop for the adaptation. We've seen a couple, you know, the dive kick changing the trajectory against the anti-air, baiting out 2 EXTPs. I mean, these are nice calls from K-Pop, but it's just not sustainable. These are like the cherries on top of the sundae. We have to see the rest of the ice cream, man. Okay. This is a winning matchup for Gao, by the way. Hey, thanks, brother. If I could hit you with the snail emoji, I would. May have been the first fucking thing I said. No disrespect. Sorry to be so... This is tough for K-Pop. I mean, if he finds the critical art here, yeah, Jeff always going to that instant air jab. Actually, if Jeff is able to... Good tough spot. I was going to say if John was able, K-Pop was able to get out of burnout, he's actually looking pretty good because he would start dumping fans, but... Jeff was patient, and you saw even in the first round when he got blown out. I mean, it's kind of shades of Schnois versus Danny, where Schnois was willing to put big risks up front to condition his opponent to play a little bit tighter, and that's in turn going to strengthen Schnois, or in this case, Fine Like Wine's defense down the line. K-Pop has not really been able to find his footing in the footsie game, but good bounce, finds a knockdown to the corner, but the drive reversal. Jeff finding his way out. Huge jump in as well. K-Pop low on gauge. Has to hold that meaty boom. Gets hit low. Trying to get away from the threat of burnout. Oh, doesn't hold the parry there. Instead, has to eat the burnout. The flash kick at the corner. The checkmate. Tried to react with the super. That's what that counter hit was. Probably a perhaps a misinput super. Sometimes that happens. Maybe he was just mashing. May have considered that a wasteful spin. Should he have spin super 1 there anyways? Nice. Has all 5 tried. Wouldn't be surprised if K-Pop just blows this round out the rest of the way. Yep. One more throw. Oh! Oh! Oh my god, what? What? Not like this, bro. One more little piece. We got a 20 nugget piece here. Come on, brother. Not like this. No, it is like this. That is a heartbreaker. No fucking way. Just unable to keep the conversions tight enough. K-Pop getting eliminated. Loser side top 8 tied for 7th with whoever loses this next match of what will be Jake Ryan versus Dak Josh. That was a heartbreaking round right there. K-Pop was moments away from closing out. He was getting little bits and pieces, a couple of slightly misspaced conversions, though, unable to get the links that he needed to find the final hit. And then Jeff just kept running away with it. It was tough. So well done to Guile. Well done to Fine Like Wine. And now we're moving on to Dak Josh versus Jake Ryan. Again, like I said before, I think the potential for upset for Dak Josh is here. I think Jake Ryan, though, wins this player match. Let's check the stats. 8 wins under Jake Ryan's belt versus 2 for Dak Josh out of the 10 times total that these two have met in a Salon bracket. This will be a tough match for Dak Josh. But if he's able to play his Super 2 very well, and if Jake Ryan is perhaps a little bit too over-ambitious with his challenges, with his offense, Dak Josh could find some key points to call him out during those swings and momentum. We'll see what happens. That entry jump from Jake Ryan's so good to get away from the impending threat at the corner there. The corner in this game is so threatening because of throw loops. I mean, and everything else. It's worth mentioning the stage position every time. Good conversion. Jake Ryan low on life here, but that's all the drive gauge he needs to start an offensive gambit. Okay, big whiff. Backtoss catching low at the low 4 DRC. Jake Ryan losing the first round here. If you are the weaker player in the player matchup, you definitely need to take the first round, if not the first game. You want to make it quick. If you are the stronger player in the player matchup, you want to slow it down. You want to take your time. You want to have confidence in the fact that you've got greater depth to your play. Jake Ryan, if he's got confidence in his play, he's not sweating the fact that he went down one round. We'll eat those. Backtoss so far looking clean on his DPs. 2 for 2. We'll keep track of that. Some big whiffs by Jake Ryan. He's got to be careful. Backtoss, I don't think he's really known for big whiff punishes, but it could be one of those moments that he gets to snipe him out. If Backtoss runs away with it here, a huge punish opportunity. Has a level 2. Oh, big drop. Trying to shimmy. No, and then misses the block. 3 for 3 on the DP. Puts himself in a burn on neutral jump. Gets DP. Jake Ryan looking very comfortable. 1 round apiece now. Final round of game 1. Losers top 8. Winner of this match moves on to top 6 to face Dylan R. I'm sorry, excuse me. Moves on to face Schnois. Looking at the wrong match. Level 3. I think Backtoss has lost some of the thread there. He's so focused on that corner situation. Quarterback here. Roller City, no, goes to the meaty stand. Fierce catches the shimmy though. Oh! Okay, you could get 2 level 2s here, Backtoss. You could run away with this, especially with only 2 bars. Okay. Well, he had a chance. All right. What is that? 4 for 4 already? Fucking brutal. Jake Ryan taking game 1 there pretty convincingly. I think Backtoss had some moments. It's got some execution flubs, though, that have been biting him in the butt lately. Last week, this week now as well. He's got to clean it up. He's crumbling in these moments where it matters the most. Nice delay. Kind of a strange tip there from Jake Ryan, but we take those. Big conversion, the reset, finding the low forward attempt. Backtoss getting cleaned up now. This is why you need that first game if you are the weaker player in the player matchup. Nice bust up. Brothers like 5 for 5, 6 for 6. We've lost count. You see Jake Ryan just willing to eat every DP. It's okay. I don't know what Backtoss has to do here. I mean, I'm at a loss, dude. I can't imagine how he feels right now. I'm just watching. Huge jump out, but can he get anything with this? I mean, is Jake Ryan just going to reversal and that's it? Tries to parry. It's on his mind. Level 2. Drive reversal maybe? No. Jake Ryan just holds it. There it is. Find splat here. Oh my god. Oh my god. There it is. Level 1. No, not enough. Splat. Finally, Backtoss putting one on the board. Don't drop this. There we go. Woo! Excuse me, sorry. Jake Ryan looking confident, though. Final round, game 2. I don't think he's sweating this. He's got level 3 on deck. He had the perfect in round 1. Going to start his offense here. Finding the hit early would be huge, and he does. Into a throw as well. Towards the corner we go. But early DR from Backtoss is going to get inside Jake Ryan's timing. Force it coast to coast to the other corner. Jake Ryan fighting his way out of a bad position. He's probably going to spin here for the sake of the gauge. No, uncharacteristic, goes overhead. Now we're spending, and we're closing it out as well. I think he's still alive, though. We see some scaling on the front end from the overhead. But we're basically dead. Come on, Josh. I hear PL going, let's go, Dak. PG's to Backtoss out, tied at 7th with K-Pop. That seems about right. Jake Ryan wins that one, and it was Fine Like Wine that won the previous one, right? Jesus Christ. I'm paying attention, I promise. Up next to the plate is going to be Dylan R. and Fine Like Wine. Interesting match here. No doubt going to be the Ed versus Guile. I think that's a good matchup for Ed. Be a little frustrating for Guile. I think we're looking at seeing a lot of EX flash kicks off of charge flicker on block. Jeff's going to have to be really on point about parrying those to make sure he doesn't have the bad spacing where he's forced to make a high-risk guess with the EX flash kick, which he's seen he likes to go to. He's willing to do it. I think if Dylan can find those hold flickers on block and then play some pretty decent footsies otherwise, he's going to lock it in. Jeff, on the other hand, we saw the kind of brick wall that he can be, and I think that's just always been his MO versus whoever the fuck you are. That's why he's such a good fit for Guile as a character, because that's literally just what this character does. Just doesn't let you get your game started, smothers you in the neutral. That's just so stifling to try and find your footing. So Jeff is going to want to... He's going to want to play a patient enough game, but he wants to assert himself pretty readily. Force his opponent to work through the obstacle course that Guile puts on screen with all the zoning. See how Dylan can contend with it. Here we go. On the left, Dylan R with the Ed on the right. Fine like wine with the Guile. Costume 1, color 1, I respect it. We're hella default here. First blood for Dylan R with that flicker. Now the perfect parry. Well, his perfect parry is very, very one of Dylan's strengths as a player. Usually the mark of a strong player, Street Fighter 6 fundamental is having those strong perfect parries, especially in a matchup like Guile, and just the other way, especially in a matchup like Ed. So see a fine like wine. We saw him versus Maya had some nice perfect parries. There's the parry against a flicker grab, so he maintains the spacing, just like we said before. That's okay. Perfect parry on the EX Fireball. Gets rid of the plus frames. Escaping the corner is huge. Yeah. The DI, bit of a, I don't want to say a sign of a crack from Dylan, but he's looking to force a big hit there, which sometimes can be a little problematic versus somebody as patient as Jeff. Got to play the little game here for a little bit. Nice shimmy back, crowd strong, and then the DR in. Jeff looking very clean right now. It's up to Dylan to find a crack in the armor here. The facade is tight. I'll be right back for like 60 seconds. Dylan hit the last boom combo. We'll see if he hits this one. Missed it. Jeff now with the life lead, drive gauge lead, working on a positional lead, finds it with the throw. Dylan understands that his victory is going to be finding the flicker, forcing the high-risk defense from Jeff. See Jeff going for the neutral jump. Should that mean you find him? There it is. Oh, not yet. Is that a true string? You saw him stand up. I think Jeff tried the flash kick there, but he wasn't able to because the EX flicker into the jab is a true string. Nicely done for Dylan to sniff out the fact that that EX flash trigger is coming. Keep that string tight. These signs of adaptation. Player familiarity from Dylan as well. I don't know how much these players have played. See in the stats that they played one time at the Salon and Dylan won that set, but they've probably played each other a couple times elsewhere. I think it was looking pretty bleak for Dylan round 1, but that round 2 demonstrated some nice adaptations. That EX flicker to the jab was really clutch. I'm very impressed with that. How's Dylan going to play this? His drive gauge getting chipped away. You see, Fine Like Wine is 100% focused on just chipping away the drive now. Dylan R, just as focused, maintaining parity with his opponent. I'm looking for that P word, parity. There we are. Plus frames, stagger, double stagger on the low. Tries to go the overhead too far, but no punish. Nicely done. Not close enough, though. The perfect parry. Forcing the question of burnout into Fine Like Wine's equation here. No punish. What a back off to force the jump. Gets the AA. Not 2 times, though. 3? Nope. 4? Nope. Just got it 1 out of 4. 25% success rate. Side switch? Not even. Maybe looking for some sort of a mash on the conversion there. Fine Like Wine reaching deep on the Yomi game. I know. 18 seconds left on the clock. Neck and neck here. There's the conversion he needs. It's not enough to kill because of the light starter, but Dylan in a commanding position. 15 seconds left on the clock when we come out of the super animation. How's Jeff going to defend? Where's the random EX flash kick? Oh my God! 10 seconds. Dude, chip out. Oh, he tried to super. He saw the upside down kick, and that's Jeff putting his hands out. He says, fuck it, I tried it. Yep. That hurts. And that was literally game 1. This is insane. Game 1 under Dylan's belt. Dylan, I'm going to be honest with you, should have lost that. Jeff's super should have hit. Unfortunately, the execution error claims a victim here. Super does not come out. Man, that's crazy. This is a hard space to be in for Fine Like Wine because you feel like you won that first game, even though it was down to the wire. I mean, final hit. It's very demoralizing to be here, especially if you lose the first round. Dylan, on the other hand, is like, brother, I just kind of slipped a freebie in there. Again, very close, but still, a freebie's a freebie. Nice air to air. Dylan close to burnout. Has to be careful. Jeff, should he find his escape here, he's going to be looking at a lot of momentum on offense, but the opportunity does not come. Now on to set point as Dylan R. So fortunate. See the adaptation he's made? He's just willing to go for a DRC pressure a little bit more readily here. Wants to force Fine Like Wine back on screen, and the goal is just to get him to the corner so it's easier to work your way in against the zoning. Yep. Level 3 here. Don't know if he's dead. He might be. Heavy damage, but heavily scaled because of the block splat. Yeah, you're still alive. Jeff could win this still. Ah, the perfect, though. I think he tried to jump out, perhaps. Maybe backdash. I'm not sure. Did he just miss the parry? Was he buffering super? And I couldn't tell you. But Jeff, taking 5th place, will be tied with the loser of this next set coming up, which is Schnois versus Jake Ryan. Schnois was asking in the Discord for an early retirement. Now he finds himself loser's top 6. Sorry about that, buddy. Couldn't get you what you really wanted on your birthday, but we're glad you came out anyways, even though you're tired. Let's take a look at the player matchup stats here between these two. It's hard for me to say. I think Schnois is definitely going to take advantage of the player matchup here. I think it just comes down to having the slide. I mentioned this before when Schnois was playing against K-pop. But I think the slide makes it harder for Jake Ryan to go to that often sought EX Fireball into Raw Drive Rush. And with that option being taken off of the mid-game neutral wheel, it's going to make it easier for Schnois to apply that pressure mid-screen and eventually start his offensive game. It's going to be easier for Jake Ryan to make a mistake mid-screen, so gotta be careful here. Gotta be careful how Jake Ryan plays. Probably has to play this a little bit slower than he wants to. Here we go. On the left, Schnois with the Blanca. On the right, Jake Ryan with the Ken. Ken Masters. I like the black key from Jake Ryan when he's getting serious. Corner. Schnois is able to bust out of this corner position. I think he's able to run away with this round. But Jake Ryan right now, this is where he thrives. Okay. Big whiff, but corner position. Schnois has enough bar to work here, and if he gets to level 2, which is, oh, never mind, spoke too soon. We saw from Schnois before that he's willing to do the early EXPP in the set. Jake Ryan's been paying attention. Big level 2 conversion, early spin on a level 2 as well. This is highly efficient in terms of the super gauge management from Schnois, so we're going to be looking at either a level 2 or a level 3 for him in the final round if this becomes a slugfest this round. If he closes it out really quick, he's not going to have any super bar in the final round, which goes well for Jake Ryan. Jake Ryan, though, determined to make this a slugfest, at least a little bit of one. So the DP bust out from Schnois ends the round, pushing it to final round of game 1, losers top 6. Winner here moves on to play Dylan R. and loser Simmons. The first to 3 on the loser side of the bracket. Low forward punish counter doesn't link into the heavier Jinrai. Jake Ryan's trying to start that Jinrai pressure with some safer strings, but because they're the safe strings, not able to get the on-hit conversion. Big DP, maintains the corner, overhead whiffs, finds the jab afterwards. Anyways, bit of a scrambly situation. I think the scrambly situations favor Schnois, to be honest with you. So Jake Ryan's got to be careful here. Oh, the overhead, the shimmy. I keep trying to talk up Schnois, but Jake Ryan making this look convincing. 4 wins under his belt versus Schnois 5 wins under his belt, so very close to 50-50 in the player matchup. Schnois is one of these players that likes to think about it afterwards. He's thinking about it right now. He does have a Blanca under his belt, chooses to stick with the Blanca over the Honda. That's what I meant to say. He has under his belt. And Jake Ryan 100% wants to run away with it right here. Needs to get the 0-2. Excuse me, needs to get the 2-0 over Schnois. I think if Schnois starts to find his footing, Jake Ryan tends to play a really high-risk style, so the adaptations may be deadly that he's forced to make. But if he plays this clean enough at the front end, it just doesn't matter. Oh, huge whiff, side switch. Schnois is low on gauge. He's got to manage this very carefully. What a DP. Yeah, we all knew that was coming. Jake Ryan running away with this set right now. No. Should be able to close this out, though. Uh-oh. Not a great punish. Yep. No smiles. I'd be laughing after that. That's the difference between him and me. He's got that murder face, brother. I don't know. Do I have a little murder face? It's been a minute since I've been in a bracket. I think we all have a little murder face in us. I like to see the game face. Jake Ryan knows this is serious. Can't get Schnois any slack. He will run this. See Jake Ryan's challenges on wake-ups, the DPs, the parry attempts. Goes for the throw tech. I mean, he's just putting the risks out there. It's up to Schnois to call them out. Calls out a parry. Man, another throw. Jake Ryan showing some stubbornness too, and now at the back throw to maintain corner control. Catches him low with the stagger low forward, gets the DI reset into the level 3. It's going to be enough to kill. The fist bumps up barely before we can catch it. They're out of the chairs before, Blanca's poor little body's even off the ground. My God. Quick 2-0 for Jake Ryan. I thought Schnois would have been the favored player here, but I was wrong. I'm going to check my face. In fact, the seeding says otherwise, so kind of arguing with myself here. Jake Ryan, seed 3, moves on over seed 4. Dude, the seeding right now, except for Jeff, the seeding is cooking right now. Fucking Jeff is ruining it. Also, Fishboy not making it. Come on, brother. And Element and Fishboy let me down. All right, enough about me. Nobody gives a fuck. Danny versus Biscuit. Losers finals. First to 3 of the night. Winners final. Excuse me. This is a tough one. Let's take a look at the stats here. Biscuit does have some wins under his belt versus the likes of Danny Pham. See some prayers out. I don't know what to say about this matchup. You know, Danny's got a lot of experience versus Plenum, who plays Manon, so he's familiar with the character matchup. I think Biscuit sometimes has a tendency to be a little bit impatient, and somebody like Danny who's so familiar with scouting player tendencies, impatience is what makes it easier to time your counters. So if Biscuit's able to slow the match down and kind of meet him in the footsies game to a certain extent, I think he has a chance. But if he plays a little bit too quick and starts getting folded in footsies, it's going to be a roll-up. Caught low, reset, plus frames. Not plus anymore, but no challenge from Biscuit for the trade. Big sweep. Okay, to the corner we go. Safe jump. I don't even think that was safe, but she doesn't have a DP. And again, that's familiarity with the matchup, is going for these jump ins where if this was a DP character with a 5 frame at their disposal, it wouldn't work, but instead, you gotta hold this fucking forehead, brother. Big whip punish. This is is tough. Looking bleak here. Definitely want to get that first round against Beef. Danny looking at his win condition, which is level 3 already in round 2. It's going to be hard for Biscuit to pull out. There's the grab, finds the low. Danny trying to go for the parry after showing the mash. Jumping out. He's so disrespectful on his wake up. Immediate tech. Going for a lot of high-risk options on defense. Nice perfect from Biscuit. Bit of a morale booster there, but Danny getting a lot of data there and tendencies as he's cycling through the options there. Seeing that Biscuit willing to chase with the conditioning. So which way is Danny going to turn? Left or right at Albuquerque here. Tries to reset. Nothing so far from Biscuit. Biscuit making the right calls on these resets. Little check from Danny. Nothing more. Big sweep, though. I think we've seen that stand roundhouse whip twice and get whip punished twice. He's got to be more careful, Biscuit, with the placement. Inching forward is Biscuit. Stand light kick, empty cancel. Caught him off guard, but not a big conversion off that low forward that hit. Biscuit finding the grab versus parry. Now getting closer to the corner. The jump in with the EX lariat. Danny going into burnout, but too close to the corner for comfort, if you ask me. Biscuit now knows the mission. Just have to find... Oh, no. Before you can say it, the level 3 is on screen. No doubt Biscuit looking for a bit of a DI splat somewhere in there. But Danny's so ready to mash like crazy. It just snaps it out at the first opportunity. Danny taking game 1 of this first of 3 winners finals. Big low forward. I'm sorry, excuse me. Big sweep at the start. 2 medals for Biscuit. Things looking pretty good here. Has to maintain the pressure. Danny finds a gap that Biscuit's giving him. Good punish on the lariat. Biscuit looking to provoke some overextensions. The body splat, though, catches the cross up on the crouch pierce attempt. And then empty jump SPD on the perfect parry. Biscuit mashing for his life, getting caught out by that stand short. Guess for game. Gets wrapped up. Danny Pham looking to bring this 2-0, but we saw big signs of life from Biscuit before. He pulled out a perfect in round 2. Can he do it again? His adaptations on defense have been pretty good, but at this point, Danny has some data under his belt now for the tendencies. We'll see if he's getting ahead of him in the mind games. Biscuit's so confident with his stepping forward, not giving up any space at all, at least not willingly. So really strong presence in the ground game. It's doing him a lot of favors here. Evened up on life now. Danny does have that level 3 still. Got to be careful. Just chipping away. Looking for the burnout. Finds it. Now the level 3's in play. Every whiff stand light kick is a level 3 being buffered as well. There it is. Jesus Christ. It's a tough one. 2-0 to Danny Pham. First to 3 here, though. Biscuit's got to find an answer. Danny is like stone faced as he sends that bonehead option. Showing some disrespect in the neutral, just trying to throw him off his game. He's like, you're playing a little too clean. Let's get things a little silly in here so that we can laugh together so that I can kill you faster. Come on, Biscuit, stay on track. Don't get lured in. No smiles. Almost. One SPD and a throw away. What a screw. Oh my God, punish please. Yes! Desperately needed that 4 medals as well from the non. This is huge. Game 3, round 1 for Biscuit. If he can pull this 2 rounds straight, he's feeling good about himself. Danny gets even 1 round, it's over. Especially if he doesn't spin super. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh. Uh-oh. Final round, set point for Danny Pham. Biscuit fighting for his life here, winner's side. The worst part about this is if you lose this set, you got to stay in the hot seat and head down to... oh no, he's heading down to losers finals, so we'll see losers semis first. He gets a little bit of a break. 5 medals for Biscuit. I see space stand roundhouse. Before he was whiffing those and getting punished, and now he's not. Button placement, though. Danny's just getting inside that timing. Stand forward, find something. Little walk forward to the find. Didn't even see any sort of counter hit tag or anything on that. So Danny stepping into that attack has a little bit of a deceptive range. Biscuit making the most of it. Trying to bait with the parry flash. I like it. Biscuit playing solid. Oh! Again! Looking for some bait. That was a scary bait. I think level 3 would have reached there. You can kill here. Honestly, I would have held up because you know he's churning. But also, I would never make it this far in the bracket, so let's be even more honest. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sweep to start it off. Huge. Bring this dude too. Come on, Biscuit. Getting 3 in a row is like basically impossible, but you can have a little wish or two here at the Salon. Huge reset. Oh my god. Guess for round. Carry. Get some metal. That's huge. Even if you lose this round, getting that metal's massive. Nice spacing from Biscuit here. Good movement. Oh no, that's heartbreaking. It's okay. I feel like that was like one of those moments where you're playing so fucking clean. You don't often have opportunities to practice that kind of a sequence where you're like, fuck, I'm playing so fucking nice right now. And so he was feeling himself. Just didn't really have the muscle memory to keep it smooth for that long. And that's where that miss space on that option came from. But that's okay. This is a good sign. Biscuit's looking really nice right now. He's focusing on what he needs to focus on. And if he doesn't let those small execution errors bother him, he's chilling. Needs some good defense here. What a step forward. Huge. No spend either. So bold. 5 medals. Oh no. Level 3 will do it. Danny scouting that he's hit that cross up like a trillion times. Goes for it again. Biscuit doesn't have the answer for that spacing dialed in quite yet. Just kind of a matchup unfamiliarity thing there. At least that's what it looks like to me. I don't know. Maybe Biscuit would provide some illumination there, but it just seems like he's simply not ready for it. What's the answer there? I guess maybe a jump back. It's just a tough spacing to be in, so maybe wanting to control that spacing a little bit more aggressively. Maybe walk forward or something like that. She's got that wheel kick, maybe like a walk under wheel kick. I don't know. Biscuit though, really well done. I'm very impressed by the movement in the footsies game there. So I think he's kind of cooking right now. He's definitely a danger waiting in losers finals now. Now we're going to run some loser semis. Dylan R versus Jake Ryan. These guys are getting into it quick. 5 wins for Dylan R, 1 for Jake Ryan. This is definitely favored for a 1 Dylan R. And Jake Ryan was sent to loser's side by Huge Biscuit, who stands in his way in losers finals. Dylan sent Huge Biscuit to loser's side. So depending on who wins here is a huge implication for how the match is going to go for Biscuit. He won versus Jake Ryan. He lost versus Dylan. So Jake Ryan can pull this out. Huge Biscuit looking at going into grand finals potentially. Better position for Dylan. Nice crowd strong to get the hell out of there. Those side switch. Corner's ours now. What do? We go for the grab. We started out early. What's up, brother? You're out of here? Happy birthday, Schnois. Peeking in. Please, I know. I'll see you, man. Thanks for coming through. Sure. Sounds good. Sounds good, brother. Big crowd strong to close that one out. Sorry. Schnois communicating some details to me there in the moment. Big empty jump to call out the parry tendency from Dylan. Again, it's one of his player strengths, being so good with parry. Jake trying to leverage that against him in this player matchup. No punish! Jake thinking that there may be a DP there. More likely a super, but if you go for a fast recovering jab, I think he's minus enough where he doesn't have anything that can actually hit you, unless he has a level. No, his level 3 is also slow. Yeah. A little interesting. Maybe the parry, actually. The parry is what. But it's a punish. Well, anyways. Doesn't matter. He's fucking winning. It doesn't matter. That's the guess. Oh my god. Does that crouch strong DR? Does that like space you for grabbing a button challenge? Or that whiff was frightening. Dylan could have ran with that throw with all the way to the finish line. That was something, all right. Jake Ryan, again, we see the player matchup. He's only got 1 under his belt versus the 5 out of the 6 total times they've played. So this is his set to win here. Dylan's set to lose. But Jake Ryan with first blood, first game on the board. Back at you. Dylan finding the first game with Chip. First round of game 2. Very important that he puts this 1-1 on the board. Don't let Jake Ryan go up 2-0. Huge empty jump low into level 2. He's 1 for 2 on picking up these dream combos. Now, yeah, 1 for 3, unfortunately. But finds the corner anyways. Perfect trade from Jake Ryan. Too far to find the side switch with the throw. Surprised there was no conversion there for the run top to side switch. Doesn't matter. Tries to go low, finds the chin ride, so good. Back and forth, looking for the shimmy. Can't punish the neutral jump, but finds the parry instead. Now, Dylan almost finds the tick throw to side switch. Not happening. Jake Ryan trying to close this round out, and he does. Final round here, game 2. Jake Ryan going up 2-0 will be huge. I think Dylan definitely has what it takes to run this 3 games straight. I think Jake Ryan's capable of letting that slip between his fingers. Maybe one of his player weaknesses. I think a lot of weaknesses for a lot of players is kind of like choking in the super clutch. That's one of those things you develop over time. That may be where Dylan can edge him out here should Jake Ryan go up 0-2, but it looks like Dylan's going to even this up 1-1. Big level 3, almost forcing burnout here. This next guess is huge. Damn Fierce maybe? No, the fireball. And then the meaty, yep. 2-0 for Jake Ryan. Yeah, it's a first to 2. The fist bump was up for Dylan. This is rough. Come on, brother, lock in. You can. I don't know if he can. After seeing that fist bump go up, I don't know if he can run it 3 straight. He didn't even realize he's going to play 3 games. Tick throw. Back to mid-screen. Nice escape from Dylan here. So important. Stifle that offense before it gets started. Base the throw. Doesn't get much for it, though. The Chippy finds a different conversion off the stand medium kick into the super. Should be enough. Yep. Round 1, game 3 on the board for Dylan. Has to run this back 3 straight. Jake Ryan has to lock it in. Just has to close this game out. I think he can do it. Call out on the parry. Haven't seen a lot of successful reversals from Dylan R in this matchup so far. Big punish. Pushing his way out of the corner. No whiff punish there. That would have been huge if not the game. Took the first round here, so Jake Ryan keeping the pressure so tight. Every opportunity he gets, Dylan, to his credit, not mashing anywhere, hardly taking a hit, just getting chipped little by little, finally finding the level 2 conversion. Hits the dream combo. Almost. We'll count that 2 for 4, but he gets called out by the crowd strong on wake up. Unfortunately, the timing was just slightly off. Missed that meaty if it wasn't a stagger attempt. It's a little heartbreaking there. Matches the EX for EX. No DP there. Dylan tried to stagger and bait it out. Jake Ryan waking up with the sweep instead, looking so clean in the Yomi game right now. Big throw tech there. That would have been a side switch. Fireball game, well spaced, well timed. Just a couple frames ahead of Dylan right now. No link. Wasn't meaty enough. Throw City? Yeah, we dead now. 3 straight to Jake Ryan. Powerful performance. He's putting another one on the board. In those statistics that we saw earlier, it says he's only won 1. Well, now he's won 2. Put some respect on my man's name. And speaking of respect, Dylan R. retired at 4th place in the bracket tonight. Very impressive run, all things considered. Jake Ryan moving on to losers finals against the likes of Huge Biscuit. Huge Biscuit was the one that sent Jake Ryan to losers. Hold on a second. Let me fix the fucking bracket so I can put the names on here. My bad. Here we go. Huge Biscuit on the right, of course. The huge one on the left is one of the Street Fathers, Jake Ryan. See the player match of 12-6. Biscuit, though, had managed to put another dub on the board, so 12-7. Now my man's pushing up to about 35 to 40% threshold. Still a tough player matchup for Huge Biscuit, especially when Jake Ryan is this close to locking in what could perhaps be, if the stars align, his first Salon victory since he's arrived in Seattle as a transplant from California. Fist bumps are out. First to 3. This is a huge match. Can Biscuit lock the run back in? Can he send Jake Ryan not just to the losers bracket, but also home? On the other hand, can Jake Ryan redeem himself, lock the run back in, and show the world that that was a fluke on the winner's side? We'll find out. Nicely spaced twirl. Jake Ryan showing the DP early on. A lot of players here willing to do that. Biscuit paying attention in the audience. Jake Ryan getting cute with it. I remember before, Biscuit has some pretty good judgment on when to hold carry as well in order to manage his meter. Good spacing in the fireball game, no Jake Ryan. Saw some good spacing on that fireball game against Dylan just previously. Boy, that stand roundhouse out there is just so scary to whiff, but it finds the mark. He's going to get the kill here. The level 2 probably could have just... What? Oh my god. Okay. I was going to say, did he even need super? If not even super, a level 2? But, I mean, what an awkward conversion. That's okay. Locks in the round. Great pokes from Jake Ryan. Leads to the low 4 DRC corner. Frame trap overhead. Trying to provoke the shimmy. Biscuit again. Going with that hold parry. Text the throw afterwards. It didn't hold it quite as long at the time. Changing his timing. Biscuit was doing a great job in the way that he was walking out of the corner and just taking space in neutral in general. His backwards forward movement, his timing changes. He was doing really good against Danny for a couple moments as well in that ground game, and that's difficult to pull off. So even at a deficit here, his neutral game, if he can slow it down like this, he's looking really clean. Huge DP for Jake Ryan. Biscuit trying to go for the ender. Not happening. Jake Ryan is one round away from closing out game 1. Oh no! Oh, almost misses the punish there, I feel like. Probably not. It was close. Jake Ryan with the first game on the board. Looking to find redemption here. Biscuit done it before, gets shimmied. Has to do it again. Has to defeat Jake Ryan one more time. Jake Ryan's so confident in his movement right now. I'd say movement was Biscuit's strength before, but right now, Jake Ryan exhibiting some movement that's really rivaling his opponent's abilities. Throw game's been established. Biscuit putting the tech out there. Jake Ryan did barely miss space in that throw as well. Nice anti-air to even things up for Biscuit. Goes for a big risk, no punish from Jake Ryan. Biscuit gonna have a bar. He's in striking range for critical art as well. Oh, staying short would have been preferable. Oh, yeah. Empty run into throw, calls it out. Jake Ryan up 2 games straight. Biscuit doesn't even take a moment to think about it. I'd say he's one of the few players that sometimes does take a moment to think about it. He's feeling very confident in what the issues are. He's parsed the data. He knows, okay, this is what I have to do. Let's see what changes he makes. Jake Ryan has been keeping his pressure so tight. Some nice little staggers in it, but otherwise hard to predict when you're going to find a suitable enough gap. Biscuit low on gauge, has to be careful of a random Dragon Lash when you see neutral jumping. Oh no, the whole parry finally coming back to bite him. Jake Ryan finding the burnout. Not quite, doesn't matter. Finds the round instead, and now Jake Ryan moving to set point. DRC to start his offense. Biscuit finding a couple chippy answers. Jake Ryan trying to jump or backdash away. Biscuit laying it on thick. Nice walk forward. There's the stagger. The movement from Biscuit. The timing right now. He's getting inside of Jake Ryan's timing. The challenge from Jake Ryan away from the corner. That low forward was scary. Almost got scooped up on that whip. Now he's reversed the situation. 2 touches away if you include the critical art. Biscuit with the ballsy dash forward into a block. I like it. Create that space you need it. Does so with the stand. Strong DRC, but the challenge from Jake Ryan. 1 touch away now. Oh! Okay, I'm sounding a little discouraged. Man, that low forward. Jake Ryan's been getting away with murder, letting that thing live. Ah! Okay. Jake Ryan saying, I think there's too much scaling here. I kind of think you did because of critical art. Yeah. Good games. And Jake Ryan is staying in the hot seat. And now it's time for Danny to step up to the plate. Oh, what is he doing? Who the hell is that? That he's fucking... Oh, it's Tommy. Tommy's probably talking some shit. Okay, who was that? Sorry, Huge Biscuit retired. 3rd place. I didn't mean to disrespect you like that. No, I got distracted. Okay. Now it's up to Jake Ryan. Has his opportunity to lock in his first Salon victory, but from loser's side, this is going to be a tall order. If there ever was a test to validate that effort, this is the one. Danny on the right here, 30 wins versus Jake Ryan on the left, just 16%. We take those odds, though. You're looking close to 20%, we'll take that. 20% twice in a row, though? Oh, that's looking slim. It's looking a little slim for my tastes. Can he do it? Can he get 2 first-to-3s on the one who calls himself Salon Thanos? We'll find out. Biscuit's timing was looking pretty good in the neutral, so I feel like Biscuit, as the previous match, is actually good preparation for Jake Ryan to go up against Danny. The footsies game. Remember we were talking about that low forward that was getting whiffed from kind of stationary spacing from Jake Ryan. I whip something and then go for low forward. Danny's not going to... Perfect parry. SPD doesn't even go for a side switch. No EX either. He wants to spend all the bar on this offensive conversion. Perfectly calculated. Fam finding that hit in the final hour of that round 1, game 1, grand finals. Winner side. See some Fs in the chat. Refresh. Yeah, hit the refresh, folks. Sorry about the hiccup there. Perfect parry, back throw, the side switch. This Oki's rough. Jake Ryan trying to backdash or jump away, gets caught by the crouch strong VRC. Now SPD finishes it off. Danny, game 1 under his belt. Moving on to game 2 now. Got to see some signs of life from Jake Ryan. Has to hold it 1-1 here. Too long of a journey for him to go down 2 games straight and have to run it back 3. That spells certain doom for his final losers run. Even if he does reset the bracket 3 straight, it's just you're gassed out at that point. Needs this game here. This is perhaps the most important game of the set. Like this walk down from Jake Ryan. And missing an input there. Maybe. Oh no, he was looking for the EXPP mash. I see. Hoping that Jake Ryan's churning during the combo, but Jake Ryan just hold the block. Oh, he gets scooped. This is a good matchup for Keith, apparently, as well. Ken traditionally does not have a good time against Keith. He's a Shoto that has a weaker zoning game. The strength of his footsies game is normally the speed of his normals, which sometimes can lack a little bit of range compared to other Shotos. And that weakness in range, particularly, is what kind of gives Keith the edge in the neutral, where otherwise, against other Shotos, struggling a little bit more. So Jake Ryan fighting uphill, not just the player matchup, but the character matchup as well. Burnout back against the wall. Danny Pham has to intercept this DI. Otherwise, it's lights out. How's Jake Ryan going to slip it in? Now or never. Oh my God, the level 3. So Jake Ryan looking a little bit defeated. He was like, man, I just needed like another second. Can I just work one more rep? Yeah, we weren't ready. We weren't ready for the level 3 right there. No, sir. 2 straight to Danny, and now Jake Ryan. He's got to dig deep. The most important game of the set is now moving on to, if he resets this, the first game of the reset first to 3 is what's going to decide the rest of the set. So, oh my God. He's leaning back. He's shaking his head. He's looking a little bit defeated. Come on, Jake Ryan. You could bust in this. You can 100% still turn this around. Nicely done. Forcing the burnout in. Yep. Danny willing to take the damage instead of the burnout. Beautiful. Come on, Jake. Oh, what a chat. Nah, the level 2's going to close that. Heartbreaking. I think that was the right idea, though. I like this movement there. He just has to close that gap up a little bit tighter, and it's hard to do. I think if you go to training mode and you practice the staggers, you'll be shocked at how small you have to make those inches forward. It's about as small as you humanly can, just based on the way the frame data works in this game. So I think it was the right idea. The execution was just a little bit loose. Danny able to slip the 4-frame in there. Again, finding that 4-frame. Jake Ryan back to the wall. Big whip, knockdown. Plus frame city. Tries to get away from the SPD. Doesn't come yet. Fortunate no punish there. Has to fight his way out. Almost successful in doing so. Right back where he started, though. Oh, not quite. The fist bump was up. He baited me. There it is. Danny locking another Salon under his belt. Jake Ryan not happy with that performance. You know what? I have to admit, I think he was actually cooking. I would be kind of. I don't want to say that you got to be happy with losing 3 straight, but I think there were granular pieces that were looking kind of nice. The same with Biscuit. It's kind of the same thing. And those granular pieces are really what you have to improve on in order to step up your game. So I think Jake Ryan was looking pretty clean with it, all things considered. All right, let's take a look at the final results, and then we can get out of here. 28 players tonight. Appreciate everybody coming through. Of course, first place locked in once again. Dr. Danny Pham, 5 games straight, not one dropped. Sorry, sets. Could have dropped a game here or there. Jake Ryan, 6-2. Again, impressive run. Huge Biscuit, 3rd place, 4-2, followed by Dylan R, 3-2. Schnois, 5th place, 2-2, tied with Fine Like Wine, who had a far more arduous run on the winner's side at 5-2. Holy shit. And then tied for 7th place, Dak Josh and K-Pop. K-Pop sticking with the Mai the whole way through. As far as I know, I didn't see the Kimberly. Could have busted it out versus somebody on loser side off stream, but we didn't see it. Take a look at a few more placements down here. Element tying with Fox. This is insane. Fox tying with Element, Fishboy, and Akaryu. Akaryu relatively new. We talked about that before. Place at JP. This is a huge result, I'd say, for Fox. Batting up hugely. And then lastly, tied for 13th, is, I almost said 13th, like a turd. That would have been a little rude. Not intentional. Meiston, huge ass. Lonely Leica and Kryphen. For Meiston, I'd say that's a pretty big result. Lonely Leica as well, perhaps. Huge ass and Kryphen, that's about where you expect them to be. Maybe legging up into 9th place, but 13th. So some good results here from these players. Again, don't forget we do have the Salon Series quarterly, the spring quarterly, coming up May 31st, the last Saturday of May. $4,000 prize pool, full top 8 payout, full top 16, first to 3, 240 hertz setups. So please join us downtown Seattle May 31st for a $4,000 prize pool pot. We're going to have between 60 to 100 players in the bracket if the past is any indicator of the future. And we're going to send you on a raid to another channel here. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll see you next week, of course, for another Salon Series Weekly. Maybe Jake Ryan will find his dub next week. You know, I want to see it. I think we saw a little bit of it tonight. Man, having a good stagger game is tough. There are some people that have good stagger games that are trying to emulate that some, but it's a really tough thing to develop because that stagger timing is literally you're trying to walk forward for like 2 or 3, if not just 1 frame. If you think about it, you're basically -1, -2 off your jab. You got to follow up with another 4 frame, and you got to leave small enough of a gap where a short delay over the hit stop doesn't let a 4 frame slip through. You have like 2 or 3 frames of margin there. It's crazy. But it is something that you have to practice. You do have to go into the replays. You have to figure out the frame count on people's delay timing tendency and then kind of replicate that in the training mode. I think that's like 8 to 11 frames. Dear viewer, if you're trying to do it, to practice your staggers. Anyways, let me shut up. Appreciate you guys tuning in, Bacchus. I see you. Until next week. We'll do a little raid on Mike Ross. Get him the shout out, Salon, settle. We'll see how he says it, okay?